started off with a bang early in the tournament, then had an injury, had to stay away for a few games. That lost a bit of momentum for him. Best of 84. I'm sure he's waiting to make a comeback here for his team. And a man who is amongst the run, so very confident, flowing with runs, 115 his best, but particularly in this edition of the BPL, he has been a revelation. He has been very impressive. And of course, with these two starting off, Sylhet strikers can fancy their chances.
Well, the crowd is in anticipation. They're chanting, supporting the Sylhet strikers. They're out in their colors. Look at the crowd. Very, very impressive. Every single game that has been played here at this stadium, crowd has really turned out.
Naidul Islam is going to open up with the ball. Straight away on the money. That is what they want as a bowling unit. Just right from the word go, ensure that the batters are not given any freebies to get used to the conditions and just the butterflies in your stomach, the very first run that you get in any innings.
Must-win game for the Khulna Tigers. They have been hot and cold throughout this tournament.
Twisting the stance just behind the crease quite a bit. Waits and gets an outside part of the bat, thickish outside part. Seemed to be an involuntary edge there, but got them a couple of runs to get them underway.
Good start by Naidul. And that should be encouraging.
Just at the last moment, thinks the fielder should be a little squarer. Now, look at that trigger movement from Tawhid Ridoy. He just stepped forward and then stood his ground and whacked that ball through the covers. Brilliant shot.
They are loving it. They are loving it. Planted that front foot very, very early. Just stood there and slapped it. The fielder had extra cover. Got a hand to it, but couldn't prevent it from going to the boundary.
It's a pleasant evening here. 23 degrees centigrade. Oh, wonderful conditions. Lovely ground. Good cricket. Eases into that shot. A little annoyed with himself that he couldn't make better use of that length that he thought he had covered. The batter Tawhid Ridoy. He's got 8 wickets so far in this tournament, Naidul. So he's a wicket taker. We're hoping that he can get an early breakthrough here. Oh dear, he's running down. Thankfully his partner said no straight away. First over done, 6 without loss. Khulna Tigers have made that enforced change. Wahab Riaz going out. Mark Dayal from Trinidad and Tobago coming in as the lone change. Still strikers have got Ruble Hussain and Reza Raman Raja, who faces the 2 changes for that team. Yasir Rabbi will be just working out where he wants his fielders with the new bowler, and also getting used to a new player coming in who you might not know too much about. So you've got to talk to him and really ask him what he wants rather than marshalling troops yourself.
Mark, come on, boy.
Very sloppy on the part of Dayal. That was his straight back to him, but you're quite right, Shamim. When you don't know a player, you have to seek as much information as possible as a captain, rather than just set a particular feel to the bowler that you don't know nothing about. And that seemed to be the thing here. Skipper talking to him, let him know at least what kind of feel you look in, what you want to bowl to. So he's basically setting his field.
Backed away and cracked it through the covers. This is an exquisite looking shot from Tawhid Hridoy. Really read that length very well, used the depth of the crease and crashed it through.
Not a very good start for Dayal. I thought that should have been stopped though. That was a pretty ordinary effort. That should have been, he was hit with some power and timing. Yes, he's not happy.
And that kept a tad low now, worked away on the onside. Just for a single. Right, so early in the innings, couple of lapses in the field. That's not going to be good signs for them. Really have to take the half chances with a strong batting unit and a brilliant support here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. You're going to take every half chance that comes your way. Gives some air, checks the shot, but places it nicely. Soft pants, gets him the single.
That's exactly what bowlers like to see. They've been backed up in the field. But that is not the case so far.
He just brought the back in. I thought there was a little bit of inward movement there. He's drifting down leg. The onus of the fielders was on the offside, so possibly got away with it a little bit.
And it's only the first over for Dayal, but I think he maybe need to bowl a little bit slower.
Dot ball to finish the second over. It's 14 without loss. Pass to back burst. Philip strikers will be reasonably pleased with the start they've got here. Little shuffle. He does that often enough. Works that ball between the two fielders. Just ambles through for a couple of runs. Tawhid Hridoy's trigger movements have been very noticeable. Shuffles across. Knows there's a lot of protection on the offside, wide spaces on the on, and he waits for that ball to come on. This is good cricket.
He's a very busy body, isn't he? From the very first delivery he faced, been very busy looking to score off every delivery. Nothing is wrong with that. He's playing careful, which is good. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing expansive, so that's good. Means the bowlers have to be on the A game. It's very busy.
Surround to the left-hander, and that's been swept forward of square. But thankfully for The Khulna team, they posted that fielder in the right area. Maybe try to play it a little squarer, but the intention's quite clear also from Shantana.
I reckon the instructions they would have gotten prior to taking to the field or to the crease is to get as many as they can in his first 6 overs. That looked to be the plan.
Just aborted. For the right-hander, backward point, and there's a cover point, an extra cover, a mid-off, all within the 30-yard circle. And he will be hoping and aiming for that offside corridor, the bowler. And that's why Tawhid shuffles across, trying to make room on the onside. That's the area, that's the protection he has. Despite a little bit of a fumble, gets a run.
I reckon he needs to bowl a little bit straighter, because anytime you get past the infield on the offside, that's 4. He's got a long on and a deep mid-wicket. Well, now he's the left hand on strike. We'll get back to that.
A little more tentative with his approach, Shanta, but that is understandable. He's had good runs and you want to ensure you don't throw away your wicket with a silly shot. Kind of for the left-hander even. Onus on the offside now. That is ridiculous.
End of the third over, 19 without loss.
Seven dots, 7 ones, couple of doubles and couple of 4s. Nasir Ahmed now leaves that pretty low. He does bowl the arm ball very well. Chance of a direct throw might have had him in a spot of bother there.
Probably thought that the fielder was thrown to the keeper's end. He was ambling and quickly realized the throw was at his end and had to motor along.
Checks a shot, another little fumble. We've seen too many of these in even in the 4th over.
Not very good feeling so far from the Khulna Tigers.
Mainstream does not make the requisite contact. Intention was square. I got the ball a little straighter, allowed that half stop to be achieved. Just feel Shanta's getting a little edgy. He's at the non-strikers end now. Oh dear, he went and they have to throw to the other end. By that time, Najmul Hussain Shanto is safe. Communications, well, very ordinary.
It's all happening. From the time Tawhid hit the ball, he took off right away. Shanta was looking back and could have been a run out.
Looks it away, straight to the fielder, and it hit the wicket. This field he might be in. Just gonna check just to make sure.
Nothing is wrong with checking, just to be sure.
goes well in. And that's the way to do it. You ensure they extend your arms, just reduce the space between you and the wicket or the crease first. And he's done that quite nicely and comfortably.
And you heard a roar from the crowd. Shamim happy that is not a run out.
Yeah, there's a bit of misunderstanding between the two on a couple of occasions. Short. Try to take it past that backward point fielder. They all did well to stop it from going past. 4 done, 23 without loss.
Well, certainly Shanto has struck a purple patch, no doubt. He's got 355 runs. By far now on top of the tree in terms of runs made. 23 without loss, Sylhet. And in fact, he's got 3 half centuries, and his partner Tawheed, he too has got 3 half centuries, and these two are the top run scorers for the Sylhet strikers. And they look very good, aren't they, Amir? The Sylhet openers.
Yeah, especially this man. Shanto has been absolutely brilliant. He's a demolisher, isn't he? Oh, that was hit really hard. It was the opportunity to get rid of him early in the piece. Wasn't to be.
Put him down. Hit it really hard. It was hit with a lot of power. Another look. Yes, he certainly tried hard. He went with both hands. It wasn't easy. It was hit with a lot of power. Going around to 6 runs and over. Sylhet looking for a decent foundation. They got power hitters to come, so they're a very strong batting unit. And another single.
Yeah, we've spoken about how good Sylhet strikers have been. Khulna is a much better side than the results they've got in this BPL. In the air, another opportunity taken. The fielder didn't falter on that occasion. That is a big wicket.
Excellent catch, I thought. For a moment, I got the feeling that he was wrong-footed. He ran in a little bit too much and felt that he had lost it, but he quickly recovered. He was looking to go more towards long on and went off a top edge pace of the ball for Dayal. Very good catch. Shea Hope, the fielder. Very, very good catch indeed. They needed that wicket. Khulna and the top scorer, Asmul Hassan. Shanto goes for 6. It's 25 for 1. Well, we got one very fine young batter getting out and another one coming in to join. A very promising young cricketer, Zakir Hassan. He's looked good, 24 years. That strike rate will improve. 3 half centuries so far in his career, but that will improve, I'm sure. He's joining Tawheed. They both look very good players.
Yeah, Premier Bank, Khulna Tigers look dialed in from the word go. He was bowling seam up, and this time around he tried to spin the ball and got a great result. Getting in-form batsmen early in the piece can be a relief.
Ball hardly arrived. He was looking to play that slog sweep. He was playing it with a horizontal shot. Did get connection. It was a lot to do with height. That's clever bowling. Close to the stumps. He was looking to play it almost off his off stump.
Yeah, every time he has looked to grab the batsman, whether right-handed or left-handed, he's been changing angles, varying pace at times, economical, and he's picked up a wicket. End of a successful over, 25 for 1.
Was completed there. 26 for 1 at the moment. Shanto, the top scorer, out for 6. But Tawheed 19, looking good. Zakir Hassan just in. He'll be on strike. Left arm spin. Nazoom coming on. He's bowled a solitary over for 4 runs, 2 dots. He's bowling to the left hand. Interestingly, nobody behind square leg. Saving 1 only, but nobody on the boundary. Had to bowl outside the off stump, but not that length. It's cut away for 4.
And also the pace helped the batsman on that occasion. There was a bit of room outside the off stump, and that was more than enough for the left-handed batsman. Tawheed pounced on it. I beg your pardon, for Zakir Hassan. Yeah, he's a very efficient batsman. Very strong off the back foot. Yeah, what the captain of Premier Bank, Tiger, is looking to do is he wants to dispense with the spinners in the power play before that dew factors in. And I think it's a good ploy.
Very good strategy, because the dew has been a problem. We've seen that bowlers have struggled to handle a wet ball. Running that first run hard. I love watching this pair of batters bat. I love watching Shanto bat. He looks so good in form. Like the look of Zakir Hassan. Tawheed has been in very good touch before he picked up that injury. Has been having a few issues after that, but they've been in very good form.
Full of compliments. Good usage of the feet. And how well that stroke was executed. Got to pitch up the ball. Wrist work at the last moment. Bumped the gap. And a boundary of the over.
How could you not compliment? Such a lovely shot. Use of the feet. You spoke about how he used the length and went in that gap. Perfectly played. There was a slight sense of risk because he was hitting it against the turn. But it was pitched on the leg stump. So eventually he completed the shot well.
Yeah, on a pitch like this, which is not offering a lot to the spinners, you shouldn't be deterred as a batsman to use your feet. Once again, put what made that stroke. Ran hard.
Watching these youngsters play, I mean, I'm sure fans of Bangladesh, the organisers, the authorities must be truly delighted, because you see so many fantastic young cricketers coming through, particularly the batters. I mean, let's be honest, we've seen some really world-class young cricketers emerging from Bangladesh. That's four again on the pads. This is really clever batting by Tawheed. Just waited for the ball, a little bit of drift.
That's what you get from a bowler when you put a spinner under pressure. You'll force him to try different things, try a different angle, and there was too much of an angle on that delivery, and he worked that angle quite nicely to pick up another boundary. Yeah, for me, Roshan, to be honest, these leagues are because of the local players. Yes, the overseas players bring another flavour, but these leagues are made famous and popular because of the local players, and we have seen a plenty in this one. That's a good run stolen by these two batsmen to end the over. 42 for 1.
Going at 7 runs and over now. That last over was quite big for the Sylhet strikers. The power play is done. That's a confirmation. Right, we spoke about what we've seen in the tournament. We've seen really quality batters. Well, Afif Hussain doesn't need to be spoken of because he's already there. The world knows him. These young guys, the world's getting to know them by the way they play. We've seen some really good fast bowlers, quick ones, skillful ones. But one thing, Amir, that we haven't seen, a very important element of any T20 game is a wrist spinner. We haven't seen that kind of bowler emerge in this league.
This is astonishing, isn't it? You talk about Lanka Premier League, there are so many leg spinners on offer. Pakistan Super League, Big Bash, IPL, plenty of leagues. But here we have one who's actually featuring from Sri Lanka, and the other one. Oh, that is close. That is close. Or was there too much of an angle? Yeah, Ibrar hasn't played. He's been sitting on the benches. Maybe the leg spinners are not preferred in Bangladesh, or maybe they don't know how to use them.
Well, I think a leg spinner is an integral part of any T20 team. If you see wrist spinners, for that matter, have won or wins games for their teams. Again, that time an inside edge. That's good bowling. Seen plenty of finger spinners, off spinners, left arm spinners, but what would complete the mix is a quality wrist spinner. And I'm talking from locals here.
Yeah, he's not been able to deal with that angle. He's adamant to play those deliveries through covers. Should use the angle. Yeah, it's a luxury to have in your lineup, a leg spinner, wicket-taking option. Whenever the chips are down, you revert to a leg spinner. Usually, often than not, they pick up a wicket for you.
Just on the subject of wrist spinners, does it surprise you that wrist spinners are amongst the topmost bowlers in T20 cricket?
It doesn't surprise me. I remember the 92 World Cup won for the first time 2 leg spinners who played in the final 11. And then Mushtaq Ahmed, great Abdul Qadir, they featured for Pakistan together in test matches and ODIs. In test matches, when you're looking to pick up 20 wickets, you need somebody who could trance the batsman, can deceive the batsman with the varieties, especially on flatter tracks. And yes, this art is forgotten in this part of the world. And I'm pretty much sure that Bangladesh Cricket Board is wary of the fact they'll start to invest in leg spinners.
Another single, 5 runs off the over, 47 for 1. Those are the look at the bowling. Mahidul was good at the top, 7 dots. Look at the dots. They've already bowled 13 dots in the first 7 overs, which is good. The spin spinners to start with. They are also bowls a bit of seam and spit. Kasoon continues. For runs, he's gone for 20 of 2. But he would prefer bowling to the right-hander than the left-hander. But as you said, Amir, this is not a surface that is helping the spinner, so it's not difficult. They're just knocking the ball into gaps. So that's why that margin for error is so small.
It's time for the fast bowlers to be introduced. Every run is shared here like it was a big 6. They have plenty of support for the Sylhet strikers, and they're making them proud. They're playing some good cricket. It was in the air.
Another single. They'll be happy with 1. You spoke about plenty of support. I'm very impressed with the crowd. That's another aspect at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. Besides the beauty it carries, are the numbers that have turned up. Now today is a working day. Just a little bit in there. Being a working day, you have almost a full house. I think it's a full house here to support the home team.
You should mention night shift. Day's over. It's night time now. 50 on the board.
Yeah, 50 on the board, but still well done to the crowd. They've turned up. They've been very good. They've been faithful. And they also know that there is a special prize for the most enthusiastic fan. And they have the chance of winning. One of them have the chance of winning an autographed bat of the player of the match of the game today. Well bowled. Just a hint of a dip there. Adjusted and then had to adjust. And a single.
Yeah, the bowlers have realized that Zakir Hussain likes to play the ball through offside, and that's why they've been targeting his leg stump. It seems like he struggles there. Pushing for 2. Not available. Good effort by the bowler on his own bowling.
It's drifting onto the pads to the right-hander. But is it a left-hander's thing that they like to go through the offside almost all the time?
No, they like the areas on the onside as well. I think when you look at Hussain, Zakir Hussain, beg your pardon, he turns his shoulder towards mid-off, and he tells you he wants to play everything through covers. But this time around, opened up a bit, but failed to time the ball. Only a single to end the over. It's 53 for 1. And the players can have strategic timeout.
UEFA Champions League returns February 14 on your home of champions, live on SportsMax and SportsMax 2.
If you want to keep dreaming about Europe, there are some games you just have to win. This Villarreal versus Rayo Vallecano La Liga clash is on Monday at 3 p.m. 4 for the Eastern Caribbean on SportsMax 2.
To bat, and they've certainly laid the initial foundation thanks to Tauhid Ridoy, 36 of 26 after the fall of the first wicket of Nazmul Hussain Shanto at 25, and that's how he's left and gone back to the dugout, going for a big one, only top edging it. It was a good catch by Shai Hope, and they are combining to get the first wicket for the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers. Good evening, Athar bhai.
Good evening, Tamanna. Good evening, all. What a catch that was. That is a stunning catch. It's not an easy catch because it went so high in the air and he had to run back. Running forward, much easier for the fielders to grab their chances. Nahid Rana in the attack. That's a good start. Very good start for Sylhet strikers. Premier Bank Khulna Tigers will be looking for Nahid Rana, who bowled at brisk pace to break this partnership. Partnership now worth 28 of 20.
No ball. The umpire signaled it. He has been guilty of being a bit expensive in the last match, the youngster, and starts off with the no ball and confirmation that the next ball will be a free hit.
That's a big one. Way out in the front. But not a great start, not the kind of start that Khulna would have hoped for. Nasser really straight away having a few words with the youngster. Right then, Tauhid Ridoy looking good once again. Already 350s in this tournament so far. He was injured later, but he's making an impression tonight.
Inside out, hits it, finds the gap and the boundary as well. One bounce for 4.
He's batted beautifully. Even though he's coming back from an injury, he hasn't lost his touch, I can tell you that. With that boundary, again width offer, and that's played off the back foot. Really good balance. Opening the face of the bat and going over the top of the cover fielder. Not an easy shot to play. 40 is very quickly moved to 40 of just 27 deliveries. And touching a strike rate of 150. It's 148.15 with 5 boundaries. Really good start for Tauhid Ridoy, and he needs to cash and capitalize on the kind of start he's already had, because this is only the 9th over. 2 young men in the middle for Premier Bank Khulna Tigers, and will be hoping to put a really good partnership together.
In this innings has the potential for a big total, provided Tauhid Ridoy is in the crease. Nahid Rana, pressure on the young bowler, much better this time. Just a single. Thought of the second, denied, rightly so.
Zakir Hassan is the left-hander who has scored 12 of 11. He's missed out a number of opportunities. He's playing his 10th match, Zakir Hassan. Only has managed to score 132 runs. so far. He has been there for 11 delivery. Yes, we talk about how this partnership can really set things up for Premier Bank Khulna Tigers.
Good comeback, some aggression from Nahid Rana. Just going back to, you mentioned Zakir Hassan. Yes, he got a blistering 43 of 18 against Fortune Borishal. So there's no short of potential. He took a blinder the other night in the field. So, as I just said, provided, yes, he is definitely capable of it. 150 strike rate. Impressive.
Yeah, that stands out, but he has to play a longer innings. He has a 27 versus Chattogram challengers also. It's a wide. And what a start to his international career, Zakir Hassan. Picked up 100 on debut in Test match cricket against India. Made a very valuable 50 in the second innings in that second Test match also, trying to save the Test match. Certainly, no question the kind of potential that he has shown. But he needs to perform, and he needs to perform also in this format of the game.
Change of pace. Loud appeal, mainly from the bowler. Umpire not interested. I just wanted to discuss with you, Atabhai. Nahid Rana is also someone with potential. He's got pace. He's gone for some runs. We've seen Yasir Ali Rabbi walk up to him and talk to him. Well, how important is that the skipper is coming up to you? What do you tell such a youngster?
Well, get it right. You're getting an opportunity to play in the 11, and we believe in you. Better, much better. I think for a youngster, whenever the skipper comes in, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of talk in the dressing rooms, in the team meetings, officially and casually. I think it's the trust. The skipper gives you the trust. Well, fine, you can batters can take you on and probably take you on for hit you a few boundaries, but you got to maintain your composure, stay focused, because it is T20 cricket. People are looking to pick up boundaries. People are looking to do something different, be a little bit more innovative, but you do your job. Short ball, straight to the fielder with will be a single. So the 11 in the first over, bowled by Nahid Rana at 64 for 1 after 9.
Isfahani BPL T20 2023, powered by Minister in association with Nogod, shown around the world. Nasum into the attack from the Minister end. Single taken. Buys. Signaled by the umpire, not off the bat, definitely. Yeah. Missed everything. So did Azam Khan. Yeah, Isfahani, one of the most trusted business houses in Bangladesh. Definitely with a lot of tradition and heritage. So it is a heritage brand renowned for producing high quality tea and food products. Happy to reel in singles. Importantly, their rotating strike.
Yeah, he's very economical, even though he's only picked up 5 wickets, Nasir Ahmed. He hardly gives anything away to work around with. But in this match, he's been expensive. The economy is 8.1 for Nasir Ahmed. He's gone under 6 in an over before this match. Oh yes, really good connection. He just misses the length, and Zakir Hassan latches onto it. and hit it over mid-wicket for the maximum.
They're in the mood, aren't they? Zakir Hasan, oh wow. Moves the front leg, swept it away. Underneath it, and off she goes for a maximum. Down on one knee. How good is this shot? Definitely on song. Not him. Putting someone like Nasim Ahmed on pressure.
Yeah, if you can pick up a boundary early on, certainly there is pressure no matter who you are, because then so many things goes to the bowler's mind. That's well bowled. This is a good comeback. Again, Zakir Hasan was eyeing to play a big shot.
I think due credit should be given to the Sylhet strikers dugout that promoted Tawhid Hridoy in the last match to the opening position. Again, going for back-to-back sweeps. I think it's important he doesn't get carried away here.
It's a good comeback. He's an experienced bowler, Nasim Ahmed. You can't take him lightly. You cannot let your guard down. He's hit a 6, and by the looks of it, it looked like he wanted to hit 2 more 6s. He's completely missed the ball.
This time he has connected it. That one has wings on it. Into the stands, and aren't they elated? Jubilant in the Sylhet International Stadium. Ends the over with a maximum after 10. Sylhet strikers 78 for 1. Courtesy of those 2 6s, the 50 partnership between Tawhid Hridoy and Zakir Hasan has come up. What a shot, Atabhai.
Yeah, he was attempting to play. He tried to play 4 times, and out of the 4 times, he has connected twice, and twice has gone over. That is a big shot, deep in his crease, and then bending down. This one straight to the fielder, but still managed to pick up a single. These are young legs, both of them. Tawhid Hridoy and Zakir Hasan will challenge the fielders. Even if the fielders are inside the circle, they are actually at the edge of the circle. Just allows them that couple of seconds to just cross over. What a partnership this is turning out to be. 54 of 35. But these two needs to bat deeper.
I think they are complementing each other very well. Nicely tucked away.
It's 14 runs in the last over, so they need to play some sensible cricket. You really don't want to play dot deliveries, but you want to make sure that even if you don't pick up boundaries, you don't miss out taking a single. So the first 2 deliveries in this over has been 2 singles. So very good. They took him on.
Straight away calls for 2. They're coming for it. Nicely done. They're putting the pressure on the fielders as well.
You're very good running in between the wickets. Excellent running. He's 22 years of age, Tawhid Hridoy. 24 years of age, Zakir Hasan. Young legs. Have a look at that. First one, taking it really quickly, ensuring that second is a little bit more comfortable. Yes, he was going back to the danger end.
Only one.
This time the call is for only 1.
Just going back to what I was saying, promoted Tawhid Hridoy up the order after the injury. He seemed to have lost the touch a bit. They backed him. Mushfiqur Rahim, he was then promoted up the order in the last match. He got runs, and looking for the big one. Did not connect it as well as he would like to. But I think Zakir Hassan here tonight in particular has been given the license as well.
Yeah, Tawhid Ridoy only scored 15 of 18. You mentioned about Mushfiqur Rahim, who remained not out on 41 of just 26 deliveries in that match against Chattogram Challengers. With the win, went on to win by 7 wickets, and it was a big target. 174 is what they managed to score, Chattogram Challengers. This time is Tawhid Ridoy. Oh, poor, sloppy, 4 more. He's not happy. And with that boundary, he also picks up his 50. It's his 4th 50 in this edition of BPL. What a knock.
Fortune favors the brave. Looks up in the skies and thanks the gods, the heavens. It's painted in pink and, well, not helping the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers. It is a no ball. Will be a free hit.
Now have a look at that, 6 fours only, but he's been very good in between the wickets. 24 runs out of the 51. The rest coming in singles and doubles. Excellent from Tawhid Ridoy. It's a no ball, so it's a free hit.
Full, well bowled. Ridoy a bit frustrated. He couldn't capitalize on the opportunity. That's the over. 12 of it, 90 for 1. Gets into the top 5, Tawhid Ridoy, with 266 runs in this edition of BPL. Let's see who's Pamela got with her among the masses.
BPL T20, amazing, electrifying environment here. I have with me Tufail, Nishad and Natasha, and they are here only for the game. So you have come from London to watch BPL at your home ground.
Yeah, basically I love to watch cricket, and the main thing is I used to play cricket. I'm from Moliwaza, so I used to play in Moliwaza. I also played in this ground, so I just came in 2 weeks ago. So today Sylhet Sixers came. I hope they will win today, and we come for support Sylhet. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. And Natasha, what do you think about the environment? How are you liking the whole stadium and the energy?
Today is my first time watching a cricket game, and I have to say I absolutely love the atmosphere. All the fans, it's electrifying.
And what about you? Like, you told me that you come to Bangladesh to watch some great games. So কেমন লাগছে এবার BPL দেখে?
অনেক ভালো লাগছে. Actually, in 2017 I came to watch Sylhet Sixers play, and it was actually when I first travelled from the airport. I came directly to this ground to watch the game, and obviously today is my I came to this ground as well, and I really like the energy that's going on here. So it's amazing.
And you have to tell me your favorite player from Sylhet Strikers.
Okay, for me it's Mashrafi. Yes.
And Apnar?
My all-time favorite player is Mustafi bin Murtaza. He's the best player in this world. So yeah, he's a legend. So I'll always support him. And
lots of love and blessings coming to Mashrafi's way. Now you tell me in your language, Sylheti language, আমাকে বলুন যে কেমন লাগছে খেলা, and how is the energy of BPL?
আমি তো যে বালা ফাইনা আজকে খেলাতে যাচ্ছে তো মানুষ দেও কাছে আইরো বাইরে চাইয়া
আমি আরো শুনতে চাই. You have to tell me in the language.
আমার তো বেশি ভালো লাগে যে আমি মাঠে আইছি.
বাকিদের কেমন লাগছে? Oh my God, they want more games. The energy is absolutely electrifying. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Pamela. Yes, of course they're loving it, especially when the Sylhet Strikers are striking like this. Run rate of 8.29. Saifuddin into the attack.
Yeah, they're right at the top of the table. And the fans will be mighty pleased. And if you have a look around, whenever Sylhet has played in Sylhet, it's chock-a-block. It's so very difficult to people to even buy the tickets. They're willing to come even in bigger numbers. There's no space left. Tickets sold out. If you're watching it back home, stay there, because keep an eye on your favorite players. What an atmosphere. Hats off to the fans, especially in Sylhet. They're the number one. So far what we've seen back in Chattogram or even Dhaka. Outstanding.
They've certainly stood out. And to be honest, once you're inside the ground, you could be confused if it's a weekend or a weekday. Full house in pink. Still at International Cricket Stadium. Beautiful stadium. Well played. This has been a comparatively tight over from the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers perspective.
They're setting up a really good platform here. They have 9 wickets in hand. Sylhet strikers, they're on the top of the table. This partnership is worth 71 of 47. 2 young guns in the middle. We'll have to wait and see that whether they can really take the bowling apart, if they can bat till the very end. That's the bigger question for these youngsters. But they're in with a chance.
Missed everything altogether, and the strikers will get 4 more. Doesn't matter how they come, as long as they do. 10 of the over, that brings up the 100 for Sylhet strikers, the loss of 1 wicket.
It's 100 for 1 at the end of 12. The rate of scoring over 8 runs and over. Wonderful crowd. We've been speaking about it. And they've just impressed. They've impressed so much with the numbers that they have turned up in. Wonderful. It's going to be Nahid. He's gone for 10 runs and he's only over.
Sheikh Sohail, Governing Council Chairman, and that's Ryan Burl.
There's a fair bit of batting to come. We've got Mushfiqur at 4. Ryan Burl batted brilliantly in the last game. Thisara Pereira. So 4, 5, 6 can add a lot of muscle to this batting. If this young pair of batters can continue and have this platform well established.
Oh, down. It was an effort in the deep. but that should be taken, even though it's a tough chance. This level, against this opposition, that needs to be taken.
I really didn't get hold of it. Saifuddin, the fielder, I wonder whether he started off slow, but he got there, but just couldn't hold on to it. Got his hands, got his palms underneath it, but just couldn't hold on to it. As you said, these catches of this nature should be taken. Very important in a tight game like this, where they're looking to restrict the Sylhet batters.
Then that will just be a single. They've left quite late to bring on their fifth bowlers. The previous over, Saifuddin came on. Means their fifth bowler is going to be bowling very deep into this innings. One at a time. One at a time.
He's enjoying himself. Yeah, he's certainly enjoying himself. He seems to love it. And the crowd's loving it, I'll tell you. They're backing the home stars, the Sylhet strikers. They've heard the row at the toss when you did that, HD. As Mashrafi came out.
That's beautifully played. That's beautifully played. You hear the word timing described on air. Well, here it is for you live.
Using the pace. Naheed is fast. He can get a lot of pace. And yeah, you're right. Timing perfect. Just waited for it and just guided it. And the field at third man just didn't have any chance at all. He didn't have much to cover. But the timing is good. And add to that, when the outfield is fast, that's a deadly combination.
Partnership now with 83. It's 52 deliveries. It really has been an exhibition of T20 batting. Not just power, also some wonderful touch, some excellent running between the wickets. Oh, it's a good half century. Missed a couple of games, Tawid. Through an injury. But this half century has been one of real class.
Some lovely shots. Not afraid to go over the top. Very strong on both sides of the wicket, both leg side and offside. And yes, he's got a lot to celebrate. He's been one of the players that has made a mark from innings number 1 in this tournament, and he's continued that good vein. Yes, he did have a little hiccup when he came back after injury, but he's getting back to his usual form. And Zakir Hassan at the other end is equally impressive, 32 of 27. I tell you, Bangladesh fans must be excited to see this pair of batters at the wicket, and the way they're batting together with a partnership of 85 or 53, the way they have constructed it.
Good shot. That'll be 4. That'll be 4 as well. Mid-off up in the circle, and it's hit well enough. Boundary to end the over. Big over, 14 from it. 114 for 1. So the fifth bowler, Saifuddin, has only bowled 1 over. This is going to leave Yasir Ali with some things to think about, because he's got 3 left. This is the boundary of the final delivery. Mid-off could have done better.
Yeah, not the greatest. Not the greatest of fielding. Saifuddin has 3 overs left. He's bowled a solid 3 over for 6 runs. So 7 overs. 7 overs needs to be completed by the Khulna lads. The Saifuddin has 3 overs left. They need to find 4 more. I've been bowling from that end. So this is over number 14. So which means he'll bowl 14, 16 and 18 if he goes that way.
Call is 2. Sent back. Now the problem that Yasser Ali has is that there's 4 that have got to be bowled from the end that Saifuddin is bowling from now. 4 overs. 3 get bowled from the Isfahani end. Now the problem is Saifuddin has got 3 left, including this one. So he has to be switched to this bottom end at some point, unless they have another bowler up their sleeve. So we're going to have to see some mixing and matching done here by Yasser Ali with his bowlers.
Considering the number of bowlers used, I think they'll have to get, as you said, Saifuddin onto this side. But they also have Nahidul, who has 1 over left. Face off the ball. Dayal has an over left. Nasoom has finished. Nahid has 2, so as you said, Saifuddin has 2 more overs after this one. At the moment, they're going at 8.5 runs an over. And this is the time they're looking to have that great finish, the flourish with wickets in hand.
The only real way this will work is if Saifuddin is taken off at the end of this over, and then there's 1 over bowled from the Isfahani end, and then he finishes from the Isfahani end. That'll be a wide.
The captains have to be smart here. They got to get their numbers, the arithmetics, the mathematics right. I don't think captains get it horribly wrong. They'll have to look for bowlers in the end to try and finish up, so they have to keep an eye on it. Make sure that, as you said, the mix and matching is right. Interesting to see what he will do with Saifuddin after this over.
Over extra cover. That'll run away for 4. Don't bother chasing.
This man's looking so good. That was short. He went over extra cover. Look at the setup. Look at the time he has. Yeah, he had width outside the off stump. That was the key. He was able to extend his arms. Really went hard. He picked his spot. There is a man on the point boundary, so he picked his spot. Went over extra cover. A long off goes out. Third comes into the circle.
Well, that's a big shout. He's had a long, hard look at it, but given it not out. Now, don't be surprised, here if Yasser Ali has a chat with Saifuddin and we decide to go upstairs, because they're desperate for a wicket. Desperate for the wicket. They've got 2 reviews, so they're going to do it. Azam Khan wasn't darting down the leg side as the keeper, so he feels that this might be shaving the leg stump. This would be a big wicket because Tawad has played brilliantly. He really has. Oh, get behind, that'll be fine. Just. Let's see if there's any back on this. Is that a little scratch? Is that a little inside edge? I think the TV umpire will want to have an even closer look. Yes. I think that's a clear inside edge, surely.
Yeah, it tells me that it's an inside edge. He hasn't really gone too forward. I think the fact that it's an inside edge that has actually saved Tawheed, I think. But also, having said that, it appears to be just going down the leg side. But let's see again. an inside edge. I think there is an inside edge.
Oh my, well now that we've moved to this, I would assume that the TV umpire said he doesn't think there's any bat. Well, hopefully the ball is missing leg stump, because if this is given out, I think we're going to see a very upset Toward. Both cricket teams are ready to go here. The batters are ready, the fielding side are ready. Not out is the decision. They had a long, hard look at that, and eventually the inside edge was found. Right, single to end an eventful 14th, 122 for 1. We've got 6 overs remaining here, 1 down. This might be the time now where these two decide that it's going to be boundary, looking for boundary after boundary. There's so much power to come. Tasara Pereira, the Zimbabwean international Ryan Burl, who played so well the other evening. And this is where the problem is now for Yasser Ali. He's brought himself on just to bowl an over here to allow Saifuddin. Well, Saifuddin can't really... Well, he can finish. He can finish from the other side, but then his frontline bowlers will not finish their allotted overs. I think it's foot down here. I think they're going to try and take him on.
They have to. I think he must be considered the weak link. He doesn't bowl. So he's come on. He's got the resources. Unless and otherwise he's not sure of someone. But he needs to come on and bowl a number or two. That was hit hard. Will Saifuddin continue at the other end, or will he come on at this end and bowl the 19th over? He's still got 2 overs left.
Great shot. That's a great shot. It really is a brilliant stroke.
The 100 partnership of just 63 balls. Perfect. He split that gap at long off and long on. Straight over the bowler's head. Not easy to set a field for a shot like this. Hit with a lot of power.
The 7th century partnership in this edition of the Bangladesh Premier League. They're not done yet, because that is a big one and will be called a no ball. The risk is not paying off here for Yasser Ali.
I'm afraid he will regret this over. That's for sure. Because he's gone for 10 off 3. think they're going to check the no ball. This is the front foot. That's fine. I think it's more like the height here.
Above waist high. Above waist high standing. I don't know. When a spinner bowls, I think there should be benefit of the doubt to the bowler, to be honest. I mean, that's just a free hit as it is. Now they're going to give him another one.
I think it's touch and go because he's slightly low. He's bending as he's looking to play that shot. Over the waist is when he stands to his normal height. That's the tough call. That's really a tough call here.
Look, it is above waist high. I'm pretty sure that it will be called no ball, but I think it's something that probably needs to be looked at a little bit as well, because it is such a free hit. There's a little bit of dew out there now. The spinners are struggling to hold the ball. But this decision from Yasir Ali to bowl himself, just to try and give himself some options for the last 5 overs, he might rue. So the no ball will be called and there will be another free hit, and Zakir will hope that this free hit will allow him to go to a half century, because he's poised. He's poised on 44. Hit that clean.
I'm not sure that he's going to bowl spin here. Just having a chat with the fielder at extra cover, got the feeling that he was advising him to try and bowl seam up. Let's see.
This won't go for 6, but they can run as many as they want while the ball's in the air. They've just given away a single. Got away with that.
Yeah, it's a good comeback by Yasir Ali. He's regretting. You could see that, his reaction. He wanted the 6, but eventually was able to get more height, really. But 12 runs already. 3 more balls to go. How critical will this over be in the overall analysis of this game? Only time will tell.
The supporter for the home side. You didn't know that by the colour of the jersey that little one's wearing. The headband will tell you as well. Smeared away for 1.
They've got 14 runs in the over already turning out to be a massive over. The run rate's over 9 runs an over, till 1 ball left. And then into the last 5 overs, the last 30 balls, 64 runs. Wicket in hand, 200 is a possibility.
Well, that's the end of the Yasir Ali over. The risk went for 15, 137 for 1. There's some real big overs. An over of 16 in the 6th, overs of 14 in the 10th and the 13th, and an over of 15 in the 15th. Right, more decisions to be made here for Yasir Ali. Who does he bowl now from the Minister end? He's got him, because of that 1 over, he's got some options now. This partnership worth 112 of just 68 deliveries, and let me tell you, it hasn't only been about boundary hitting. Just 23 dot balls in this Sylhet Strikers innings. That's a very good number. We think of some of the sides over the course of this tournament, we've seen numbers as high as 60 dot balls. in the 20 overs. That's half the amount of overs. 6 twos, they haven't run any threes, but 50 singles. Well constructed knock so far.
Nahid coming on. He has a bit of pace, and the batters will have pace to deal with. He's gone for 24 runs in 2 overs, just 2 dots so far bowled by him. He's got a short third. He's also got a backward point and a point on the boundary. Short point, short square leg. We can expect the length he's going to bowl and possibly the pace. A couple of runs here of the first ball. It's already disturbed the stumps. Unintentionally though at the non-strikers end. Still 2 runs.
So Nahid will bowl 2 from there, and Saifuddin will probably bowl his final 2. This is what they've done well. Watch, touch, look and go. That's very, very good running. Great example. There's no looking over the shoulder. Hard as I can to the other end. I'll touch, and when I'm turning, then I'll have a look. Nicely bowled. So it begs the question, Nahid will bowl 3 overs, 0 for 16, and he possibly won't bowl another over. I thought the leg spinner, the new leg spinner, Dayal, 3 overs, 1 for 23. He was okay as well. He wasn't too bad. So the 2 spinners who are going to arguably be the most economical are more than likely not going to bowl their 4 overs. He's going to have to get some runs. There's a lot of head shaking going on.
I think to be agreeing with some of the things. He's not happy.
Out! They've got a wicket. They've got a wicket. This partnership has been broken. And what a partnership it's been though.
Bit of extra pace. But what an innings from Tawhid. He was looking to again slap it away on the offside. The fielder almost sitting at the edge of the 30-yard circle, the captain. Got a little bit too close and eventually found the fielder.
So Tawhid will go. Lovely innings. Goes for 74 off just 49 deliveries. He has set his team up well, Tawhid. And at 139 for 2, we're going to have a strategic timeout.
UEFA Champions League returns February 14 on your home of champions, live on SportsMax and SportsMax 2.
If you want to keep dreaming about Europe, there are some games you just have to win. This Villarreal versus Rayo Vallecano La Liga clash is on Monday at 3 p.m. for the Eastern Caribbean on SportsMax 2.
right-handers. Pearl, the new batter, off the mark straight away. I certainly did think that they'd be looking for a right-hand, left-hand combination. Thought Mushfiq was an option. With this man's capacity to hit the ball, his strike rate is pretty decent. 5 half centuries, the best of 77. It's coming at a time where he can really take on the bowling.
Well, his 40 yesterday was yesterday against the Chattogram Challengers. His 16 balls was very inventive. Zakir in 46. This will be 50. In the most emphatic fashion, he brings up a half century.
What about that for a shot? That was pacey. That was onto him quick. And what a shot that was from Zakir Hassan. Tremendous shot, bringing up his half century with his 4th 6. And he is very much in control. Look at that. He really didn't rock back too much. And just sat there and hit him over square leg. Brilliant effort.
He's played some lovely knocks in this edition of the Bangladesh Premier League, but that's the first time that he's got to a half century. His 36 deliveries. Just be one. Ryan Burl will run hard, but Zakir wants to keep the strike. 16 done, 147 for 2.
We have had a brilliant partnership in Tawhid Ridoy and Zakir Hassan. Tawhid back, and that has been the foundation of them. Look at that, 114 of 71, and that has set the tone for some ballistic cricket to be anticipated in the next 4 overs. There he goes, but he's got him. He tried to go down the wicket, missed the line, and another wicket.
The captain Yasir Ali must have been saddled with too many worries. But these 2 set batsmen been sent back to the pavilion. That's a sigh of relief. Yeah, arm delivery, a lack of bounce, worked for Premier Bank Khulna Tigers. That was a brilliant innings. Scored 53, saw some delightful strokes in this innings. 147 for 3.
Mushfiqur Rahim comes in, the right-hand batter for the Sylhet Strikers. Got 2 new batters in. What a turnaround. That 114-run partnership. Suddenly 2 wickets back-to-back. Sylhet have to start anew. He swivels round, he plays forward of square. And he gets to the boundary. Intentions pretty clear for Mushfiqur Rahim here.
150 on the board. This crowd here at Sylhet International Stadium alight. The atmosphere is electrifying. A lot of noise, and their local team, home team, is doing so well. Off the mark of the first delivery, Mushfiq.
Reversing, not quite getting it. Well, he could have had another one, hands on head for Nahidul.
Must have been a big relief to get a set batsman out. Disappointed.
Has to be a little more circumspect on that occasion. Must give credit to Nahidul, taken to the cleaners earlier, come back with that wicket. Despite his attitude, his bowling nice line and length on the last one.
Here's a question for you, Shameen. If you have Pereira in your lineup, who's an explosive batsman, why not use him in this situation, which was tailor-made for him?
That doesn't need an answer because you've answered it yourself. It's pretty obvious.
Maybe the captain thought left and right hand combination is going to work better. Into the gap. Hurled it and picks up a boundary.
Yeah, well, it seems to be working. As long as they perform. I mean, Mushfiqur Rahim, the very first delivery you saw, he was on the attack. Ryan Burl is a big hitter. I think 40 odd runs of 17 deliveries in the last game. And this is the way he goes about it. Last delivery coming up. There's been a wicket. There's also been 9 runs. Not quite getting there. Ends with a dot ball. 17 none. 156 for 3. With 3 overs to go, it's more than likely that they're going to go and get at least to the 190 mark, and that will be a big score for the opposition to try and chase. The Sylhet strikers giving their supporters what they wanted. This is the last game. Here is another day left for a couple of matches, but Sylhet strikers are playing their last one, and they've given their supporters a lot to cheer about. The ball's being changed because it's been travelling on the outfield and gathering the moisture.
Not the balls, only ball.
The ball,
which is going to be used here. But they certainly have beat the leather off this ball. That's why it needed to be changed.
Well, we're just settling down once again. It's going to be Mushfiqur Rahim, 5 of 3, having a look around. They want to finish with a flourish. Saifuddin has gone for 14 of his 2 overs. You depend on him and try and see if he can mix it up. Oh, that shuffle. Waits, finds the room, but there is protection, thankfully, for the fielding unit.
Yeah, he's batting with an intent. Mushfiqur Rahim. Yeah, he had his struggles with the bat. A couple of times he was picked up by the bowler with the first delivery. But in the last game he gained some confidence. He was at the crease for a while, and he's looking good.
What a sight in a cricket match. Packed stadium, colourful crowd, entertainment in the middle. A wild swipe. Just feel Burl is trying to hit the ball too hard instead of really getting into line.
Yeah, lack of bounce worked for the bowler on that occasion. Left-hand batsman Burl was expecting and anticipating a bit more bounce. Wasn't the case. He missed.
Some big shots being anticipated. Yorker Lang has to dig it out. This is good bowling from Mohammad Saifuddin. Couple of runs quickly taken.
This is the challenge for Yasir Ali, not to let the opposition score close to 200 runs. If they're able to restrict Sylhet strikers to 180, they feel they have a chance to win this one because there's plenty due around.
Oh, he's cheeky, but the bowler saw him. It's an appeal behind. The umpire's not going to be interested. How far did polite inquiry from the bowler as an afterthought?
Was it the case of the ball hitting the pad rather than the bat? They're not preferring it. Wise.
Yeah, he just moved around very early. Saifuddin, just at point of release, saw that and followed him. Didn't allow him to go for that attempted scoop. Call that innovation. How far away across the crease did he go?
Sliced it straight to the fielder, Captain Yasir Ali, but it turned out to be a no ball, and it's going to be a free hit.
Oh my goodness, they eventually get it, but he's overstepped. Umpire immediately spotting that from Mohammad Saifuddin. It was taken well, but he'll have to re-bowl that, and on top of that, it's going to be a free hit.
Saifuddin is not impressed. Oh, it was touch and go, wasn't it? Remember, line belongs to the umpire. What a bad time to bowl a no ball. It's always it. But he's bowling the 18th over, and they need to bowl miserly.
Did reasonably well prior to that. What is this no ball going to get? And it's up in there now. It's not going towards a fielder, but it's not going to be out. The effort was there, but it was a free hit. No damage done.
Yeah, Mushfiq missed out. Maybe change of pace work for the fast bowler, Saifuddin.
Oh, bad luck for the batter. Too straight. Hit the stumps at the other end. 18 done. 162 for 3. It's been a mixed bag in terms of performance with the ball. 1 for 25 with good economy from Nahidul, but 15 for that lone over for Yasir. Nahid going. This man has bowled 3 overs, 1 for 23. Done well playing in his first game. Now, cheeky from Mushfiq, but unproductive.
Oh, I'm impressed with their sartorial elegance. nicely dressed. Missed out. Again, misses out, hits the ball in the air, and he's been hauled out.
This is very good. He enjoys like a celebration, and once again induces mushfiq, which is understandable. You cannot afford to die wandering, but this is the period when they've pulled it back in terms of wickets and runs. Good comeback from the bowlers.
Yeah, he's been trying to hit the ball really hard, and that's why he failed to time the ball. Disappointing must be for him. He's a much better batsman than this. It's 162 for 4.
Pereira on strike immediately, throws bat at it and finds the gap between those two fielders. Your man's here, Amir, and he's producing the goods straight away.
Into action straight away. And how effortlessly he hit the ball into the gap. Using the length quite nicely, Pereira.
Goes big time. This has wings. This has sailed away for a maximum. Tisera Pereira is on the chart.
It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy for the bowlers from here on with a wet ball. And Pereira out there in the middle and middling the ball.
Oh, look at that. Bludgeoned it away. It's such a clean strike. Very, very precise. He has long levers now. Where does he go? It's a little uppish, not in absolute control, but safe. It's going to fall short.
Yeah, they are bowled slow, really slow. Although it was a long hop since the batsman tried to hit the ball hard, couldn't control it. But this is a controlled hit. Second time in this over, the ball has sailed over the boundary line. What a hit that was.
That completes the 19th over. It's 179 for 4. The tall buildings are all there now. There's the 4 helipads to disturb them somewhat. 3 in the last 4 overs, but that has not stopped Tisera Pereira from clouting the ball all around the ground. Look at this strike.
Yeah, although the ball was not full, hit the ball on the up. Full toss into the gap and 4 runs. Great way to start the over if you're a batsman.
Just cannot afford to offer those. I know they're striving for the Yorker length delivery, but it's very risky. A little bit over and it becomes a low full toss and it's promptly pasted away, blasted away. He's looking very, very dangerous. Another one, drags it this time. Oh, struck the bowler, I think, on the way.
He did stick his hand out, and that's why he was able to save some runs for his side. Not quite middle the ball. Yes, with these two batsmen out there in the middle, as a bowler you cannot afford to miss your line or length.
Well, there will be fireworks later on, but the fireworks in the middle is already on. Oh, wideish ball. Now that's spooning in the air, but it is long enough to take it over the top. It hung in the air for a while, tantalizingly, but the strike was eventually not too bad and gets another 6.
Yeah, he's a burly lad, isn't he? And when he hits the ball, it stays hit. He had to reach for that one, and a slow delivery. And then to be able to hit the ball in the air from the middle of the bat, that was an effort.
That's a bit of an anticlimax. A single. Started off with a 4, a single, a 6, and a single. Turning out to be big over. Have a look at this 6 once again. Seemed to just reach for it. Look at the toe end of the bat. Despite that.
Yeah, after playing that stroke, it was quite difficult for him to keep his balance. Yeah, gave everything behind that stroke. Used every muscle.
Scattered the owners there to take evasive action. He's worried. Teixeira Pereira, 320 strike rate. Short and cleverly bowled. Just didn't give him the pace.
Partnership of 29 runs from 9 deliveries. You got a feel for the captain. He's definitely saddled, and saddled with too many worries. A big score on the board already.
Going straight down the ground. Maybe got a bit of hand to that one. Just ended up with a single. That completes the 20 overs for the Sylhet strikers. 192 for 4 is what they've compiled.
Yeah, what a finish. This innings has developed quite nicely for the Sylhet strikers. Full of thrills and spills. Quite entertaining for Sylhet crowd. They were here to see their stars flourishing, and definitely they have obliged the crowd here at Sylhet International Stadium.
Right, Pamela is down there, and she's got Zakir Hassan with her.
Yes, I have the man of the moment, Zakir Hassan. Incredible innings. হোম ক্রাউডের সামনে অসাধারণ একটা খেলা আজকে কেমন লাগছে?
খুবই ভালো লাগছে। এরকম ক্রাউডের সামনে হোম গ্রাউন্ডে খেলতে খুবই ভালো লাগে, ভালো খেলে আরো ভালো লাগছে।
টি20 ক্রিকেটে একটা দারুণ 53, কিছুদিন আগে আপনার একটা 100 দেখেছি উইথ আ স্ট্রং অপোনেন্ট। কি করে ব্যালেন্স করেন টি20 অ্যান্ড টেস্ট ক্রিকেট? হাউ ডু ইউ ব্যালেন্স দ্য ব্যাটিং স্টাইল?
আমার মনে হয় ইটস অল অ্যাবাউট মাইন্ডসেট। ওইটা একটা ফরম্যাট, যেহেতু ওইটা অনেক দিন ধরে খেলেছিলাম, ওইটাতে আমার মাইন্ডসেটটা আরও ভালো ছিল। এইখানে এসে যেহেতু একটু টাইম পেয়েছিলাম প্র্যাকটিস করে, তো আমার কাছে ওই সময়টা পাওয়ার কারণে মনে হয় মাইন্ডসেটটা তৈরি করতে পেরেছি।
সিলেটের মানুষজন আপনার কাছে নিশ্চয়ই সিলেটি ভাষায় কিছু শুনতে চান। কি এক্সপেক্ট করবে আপনার থেকে আর সিলেট স্ট্রাইকার্স থেকে? প্লিজ
অবশ্যই আমরা সাপোর্ট করবা, আর আমরা যাতে ও ম্যাচটা জিততে যাই তামফারিজ দেখাত ও দোয়া রাখবা।
Thank you. All the best. Thank you so much. That will be all from here.
Have a look at the batting card, and it's full of runs. 74 for Tawhid, 53 for Zakir, 17 Teixeira in 7 deliveries, and Burl chipping in with 21 of 11. 192 for 4.
And that partnership of 114 changed everything for Sylhet strikers. Laid the foundation for Burl and Teixeira to finish in a grand fashion. 192 for 4 in 20 overs.
The bowlers came in for a bit of stick, and you can see 1 for 25, very impressive from Nahidul, 2 for 40 from Dial, but a lot of them went for a lot of runs. Oh, the tough job for the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers is 193. They have to score that at 9.65 runs and over. Going to take a short break. Hope you are going to join us for the chase.
Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
All the heat from the KFC Big Bash League is on your home of champions. It's all on the line for the final on Saturday, February 4. Watch it on SportsMax.
UEFA Champions League returns February 14 on your home of champions, live on SportsMax and SportsMax 2.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today. If you want to keep dreaming about Europe, there are some games you just have to win. This Villarreal versus Rayo Vallecano La Liga clash is on Monday at 3 p.m. for the Eastern Caribbean on SportsMax 2.
Why do we love football?
Because out there, on that pitch, we're all the same.
Welcome back to the Isfahani BPL T20 for 2023, powered by Minister in association with Norgod. Match number 30, the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers taking on the Sylhet Strikers. The Strikers were put into bat and contributions all round, led by Tawad 74. Burl not out 21, Tassara not out 7 of just 7 deliveries. The powerhouse batting lineup. It was Shanto and Tawad who walked to the wicket, and Tawad found his stride early on. But Shanto was the first to go. Very well held by Shai Hope in the deep, and then Tawad was joined by Zakir, and what a partnership this was.
Yeah, they added 114 in just 71 deliveries. Altogether, Sylhet struck 7 sixes, and from the bat of Zakir Hassan, 4 sixes He just smashed them all over the place. Rohit Vidai was brilliant. And he got himself dismissed in that fashion, but he had done the damage early on, scoring 74 to 49. And he kept going on. Zakir Hassan picked up his 50 in grand style by hitting that 6 over mid-wicket. But he was cleaned up by Nahidul Islam, trying to repeat the heroics. But what a partnership and what an innings.
Yeah, Mushfiqur was sent in next and immediately found the boundary. So did Ryan Boyle. But Mushfiqur couldn't continue. 7 off just 7 deliveries before the diminutive right-hander was dismissed. This brought Thassara Pereira to the wicket, and the 2 left-handers, well, they finished things magnificently. Partnership of 30 of just 10 deliveries. 192 for 4 is what they ended up with. Nahidul was fantastic. 1 for 25 in his 4, but Dale ended up going at 10 and over, Nahid at 11, and Yasser bowled just the 1 over that went for 15. The Premier Bank Khulna Tigers, they got their work cut out. They need to start winning cricket matches. They need to win this one tonight. Two good players make their way to the middle. Tamim Iqbal, who is a lovely player. Very, very nice to watch. He will be joined by the Irish all-format player, Balbirnie. Last words of encouragement from the captain, Mashrafi Mortaza. Teams know that net run rate is something that can come into the equation if they have to count back from the points. If there's teams that are level on points, the Sylhet strikers, they won't want net run rate to count. They just want to keep adding to the tally of victories that they've already accumulated. They've got a very well balanced side. Ryan Burl from Zimbabwe has joined this side and has made them even stronger. If we think of Imad Wasim, we think of Muhammad Amir, Ruble Hassan, they really do, and the man in picture, the captain, they've got a lovely bowling attack as well. So this is going to take some catching.
Yeah, they were very close in that last match. Premier Bank Khulna Tigers taking on Kumila Victoria, chasing a target of 160 plus. Lost it by 4 runs. 165 was they were chasing. Tamim Iqbal, have a look at that record. But he needs to fire up. He needs to seriously fire up with the bat, especially in this innings. As you rightly mentioned, HD, they struggled back-to-back losses in the last 2 matches. They only have 4 points on the board. With him is Andrew Balbirnie. Well, these two will need to give them a very good start. And if they can give them a good start, then they'll feel a lot more comfortable. Not easy. Really good bowlers from Sylhet strikers can spoil the party.
It's going to be the captain that's given himself the new ball. He's got a little bit of swing early on, the skipper, in some of the previous matches. You probably want to utilise this ball while the dew doesn't have that much of an effect on it, because it certainly did towards the back end of the Khulna bowling. Right, we're off and running. Talk about an important start, an important platform, a foundation where the likes of Yasser Ali, the captain, Azam Khan, wicketkeeper, who are very big hitters of the cricket ball, but they need a platform to work from. If we can give them a platform, they can chase something down in the last 5-6 overs. But those two don't want to be walking to the wicket early on.
Yeah, it's Mashrafi Mortaza versus Tamim Iqbal. Mashrafi Mortaza has been in really good form so far in the tournament. He is the highest wicket taker for the Sylhet strikers, and up against Tamim Iqbal, who is also the highest run getter for Khulna. The 12 wickets to Mashrafi Mortaza. Tamim Iqbal has got 194. He's just picked up a single, so he's gone up to 195. So watch out. This is a good contest. That's what he has done in the tournament so far. He's been very good.
great deal of pace when he bowls at seam up north, is it? I think we need to understand he's 39 years of age. He keeps himself in very good condition. He likes to vary that pace. Bowls cutters, slower balls. And he's got a very astute cricket brain. He leads this team well. And extremely popular here. That's fine, that's 4. That's a start for the Irishman.
Yeah, any opportunity whatsoever, they need to cash in and cash in early. Just rolling it over, knowing that the fielder was inside the circle, a short fine. Not a great delivery, just off pretty slow because he got enough time. It was outside the off stump, but he still managed to get it and put it away for a boundary.
The problem is when he bowls at an accurate length with very little pace behind it, batters feel as though they need to really try and find power. They end up trying to overhit the ball and they just stun it into the ground, and there's that ring of fielders on the offside which prevent you from getting a single. You need to try and penetrate that inner ring. He scampered through for a single, tidy over, 6 from it, 6 without loss. Hasn't got going yet as far as his strike rate goes, but he is an explosive player from the West Indies. Amadou Sonshanko, one of many selfies that have been taken at this ground over the course of the last few days that we've been here. Here's Imad Wasim.
Yeah, he's a handy bowler, especially in the power play. Likes to pick up wickets. The spin from one end and seam to start up with.
This is a canny bowler, Imad Wasim. Wants to swing it back into the right-handers. Now for the left-hander, he comes around the wicket, he just goes across Tamim Iqbal. He needs to be very, very accurate here. He'll try and be in and around the middle and leg, I think. Happy to let Iqbal knock it away for 1 on the leg side. There. That's gone fine. But I don't think that Imad Wasim is too unhappy with where that's being hit. He doesn't want to get hit through the offside. He's got no protection out there.
Yeah, had it been a little bit finer, then probably there was an opportunity for Tamim Iqbal to pick up a boundary. Yes, they're a fielder at deep square and at long on.
Now he goes to the right of that man at deep wicket, so there's work being done in the deep there by Mohammad Amir. Rashid Ali Khan and his partner Ravindra Vimlaseri.
15 fours and 7 sixes in that innings of 192 for 4 from Sylhet strikers. But they really took on the bowlers, and it's important for Premier Bank Khulna Tigers to look for boundaries early on, just to unsettle the bowlers. Change of angle for left-hander.
I feel the impressive part of the Sylhet strikers' innings was the dot ball count. Just 34 dot deliveries. That's a good number. That's a good number. When it gets beyond 45, gets up to 50, that's when you know you're struggling. 34 is a good number. No one will be interested in that. End of the second, 11 without loss. Hassan Joy, good player. Azam Khan, power hitter. Yasser Ali, power hitter, and has been in good form. There is batting, but this is an imposing total. Ruble. Oh, chance in the deep, and taken. Lovely catch. Lovely catch.
I think that is Zakir Hassan, and he's taken a stunner. He's already taken some fine catches, but what a start for Ruble Hussain. First delivery, he's played it nicely. Andrew Balbani, good piece of timing, but have a look at this catch. Look at the anticipation. This is a really good shot. It's a pickup shot. That is brilliant. That is simply brilliant from Zakir Hassan.
Well, Bernie goes for 7, 11 for 1. Is off the mark. He had to make some yardage up in the deep there, the little man. He's done really well, diving forward. That is a very, very fine catch.
Yeah, that was a fabulous catch. Wicket of his very first delivery. Did not play the last match, Ruble Hussain. Nice, very nice. The outfield is electric, fast. That is a very good shot from the left-hander Tamim Iqbal.
He purposely tries to get this fine. Knows that deep third is a little bit on the square side, and he uses the pace that Ruble gives him.
Oh, wow. Pick the bones out of that one.
Yeah, if you look at that shot, it reminds of Tamim Iqbal, what he is capable of. What a shot that is. That is a terrific shot. Really went after it. And all along the carpet of the back foot. One of his signature shot. And forced the captain to make some changes in the field. And he's played that with some flamboyance. Tamim Iqbal.
Well, he's unsure what to do with his field, Jack, because when he bowled it tight on off stump, he got glided down to deep third for 4, then gave a bit of width and went through cover. And now he gives a little bit of width again, and he's got away with that one. I'll be surprised if we see him go to around the wicket at some stage, excuse me. A little bit unsure where to bowl to the left-hander from over the wicket at the moment.
Yeah, Yasir Ali would want Tamim Iqbal to just bat as much as possible, because when he's there, he's more than capable of picking up boundaries on a regular basis.
Oh no. Glided for 4, driven for 4, and then bounced out.
That is a very, very clever piece of bowling from Ruble. He'll be disappointed. He played 2 gorgeous looking shots, and then this. It was quick and rose up. Went for the pull shot, only managing it straight to mid-on. Thisara Pereira taking an easy catch. It's a big blow. Tamim Iqbal goes for 12. Khulna 20 for 2.
Hassan Joy walks in at number 14 in a spot to bother. 2 down already inside 4 overs. Good bit of bowling this. Really good bit of bowling. Good comeback.
Yeah, since he played those 2 lovely shots which fetched him boundaries, he thought he was again in business to pick up another boundary. It just was a little bit wide on the offside and was never in control. He spooned up, resulting in an easy catch. Have a look at that reaction. That's exactly what he wanted to see. The back of Tamim Iqbal. What an over. 2 wickets in his very first over.
Keep going, man.
Loved his reaction. Loved the captain's reaction. He's won this competition a few times. And he's not done yet. He's not done yet. Mashrafi Mortaza.
Shabash. Keeping low as well.
He's a very good skipper. An inspirational one. He can get the boys together, make them understand their role, and get the best out of his teammates. And he's a fantastic leader. Reads the game very, very quickly. President of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, Nazmul Hasan, in the house. And he'll be very pleased to see, especially the crowd. That is something we have not seen in Dhaka or in Chattogram, but Sylhet, my word, have just been spectacular. It's a chock-a-block. jam-packed, full house at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium.
Easy 1-1. Ball, Imad. Finish well here, Imad. Finish well here.
Board of directors also with him. Chairman of the BPL Governing Council, Sheikh Suhail. Right at the top on the right side with the white shirt, right next to his Ubaid Nizam, director of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, also CEO, and Dr. Malik right at the corner, on the left-hand corner, director of the board. They're all in the house. Premier Bank Khulna Tigers, 22 for 2.
Sylhet strikers red hot at the moment. Premier Bank Khulna Tigers, they needed a brisk start up front to be able to chase down 191 runs, but have lost a couple of wickets. Some good fast bowling, Sir Curtly Ambrose.
Well, Amir certainly is good fast bowling and aggressive. And you know, I like that.
I know that very well. I had to feel the brunt of that. Chairman of the cricket board must be very delighted to see the crowd, the ambience being created by the players. And we have seen some good cricket here in Sylhet.
We certainly have. There's a lot of work to be done. Shea Hope and Mahmudul, who are at the crease, the team really is in trouble. Lots of work to be done from these two.
And Shea Hope has to bring himself out of that comfort zone. You know, he has to play with an aggressive approach.
And he certainly can. You just need to take a couple of deliveries to get the pace of the surface and stuff, and then you got to press on, because there's a lot of runs still to get.
And this is probably the best pitch to bat on. And with the dew around, all the batters need to do is weigh their options. Understand what the bowlers are looking to do, which line and length they are trying to bowl, and from there on, decide how to maneuver. Broad smile on his face, and why not? This BPL is a success.
The Sylhet strikers certainly are the more confident of the two teams. They have been playing some wonderful cricket throughout this tournament. That is one of the reasons why they're top of the standings, flying high. They look pretty relaxed. Nothing to worry about.
And they got experience in their lineup. Mashrafi, Mushfiqur Rahim. Oh, that's a good one. And sailed over the boundary line. No, in fact, one bounce over the boundary line. Good way to finish the over. After 5, 30 for 2. Plenty of work to be done by the remaining 8 batters. 163 they require from 90 deliveries. And given the pitch, 11 runs and over, achievable.
Certainly is achievable, but it's not going to be easy. These 2 batters at the crease, Mahmudal and Hope, has to press on and bat for long.
Yeah, partnership needs to be forced here. And they need to find a boundary in every over, like they did in the previous over.
Last ball of the previous over was hiked away and fell inches inside the boundary ropes. As we see the experienced Mohamed Amir into the attack. Clever bowler, not going to be easy.
Now the batters, they need to keep an eye on those slow deliveries from Mohamed Amir.
Down the leg side, and of course was called a wide. So he's a wonderful bowler, Mohamed Amir, very clever, mixed up his space very well. A bowler, good bouncer too.
Oh, here you go. You called it. And that one definitely zipped through. Surprised the batsman.
That was quick. And that is why he's so deceptive. Doesn't look like he could bowl quick, but he can, especially his bouncers. Get to you real quickly. Look at that. Shahab was in no position, was late. I was conking the helmet. And I'm a little bit surprised, Amir, that the concussion rule isn't applied. Well, I see the umpire now calling. That was belatedly.
Yeah, it's mandatory, isn't it? They have to follow the protocols. And the batsman says, I'm fine. There is no need for it. Rules are rules.
I agree. Rules are rules. It may be fine, but that's the rules. You get hit on your helmet, you have to observe the concussion protocols.
And why wasn't I surprised when that bouncer was bowled by Mohamed Amir and there was a broad smile on your face, sir?
You know I'm pro fast bowlers. Love when they're being aggressive because it's a batsman's game predominantly. Nothing for the bowlers. So whenever the fast bowlers do something that's good, I'm happy for that. And of course I know Mohamed Amir. I've worked with him not so long ago with the Jamaica Talwas in the CPL.
That's how a couple of wickets were picked. That was a brilliant take. That was a nothing stroke. There was no room for the batter to free his arms. He was cramped. The batters, they need to keep an eye on those slow deliveries and target those slow deliveries. If those slow deliveries are targeted, then Mohamed Amir will feel the pressure.
The funny thing about it is that he disguises his slow delivery so well. It's not always easy to pick up. Clever bowler he is.
All these 2 batters need to do to spot those slow deliveries. Just focus on the point of release. If it's released earlier, slow delivery, simple. Easier said than done.
Well, since you were a batsman, I'll leave that entirely up to you. I won't venture in those deep waters.
We found ourselves in deep waters when we were facing you, and that's for sure. And that portrait nicely worked away. Nice timing. Use the pace. A race to the boundary line.
Good stroke. All timing. Look at that. Beat the backward point. I thought that should have been cut off from the third man fielder. There was no need to take out the dive. That's what I can't understand, Amir, with fielders. They always want to look so spectacular. You could have moved around, picked it up, and limit them to 2. Tried to look fancy, gave away boundary.
Yeah, if you look at that replay once again, you'll see the fielder was very close to the ball. There was no need to dive. But like you said, you want to excite the spectators with those dramas. Power play done. It's 40 for 2. Up a bit more to keep abreast of the required run rate, which is almost 11. Here's the signal from the umpire. Power play done, and the captain can afford to have few fielders riding the boundary line.
Think about it. It's not the best power play. You would have preferred to have a few more runs, maybe up to 60, because they're way behind the 8 ball. Almost 11 runs per over required now, and the field can be spread, so it's going to be even more difficult.
Here's the opportunity for the batters. If they can take the attack to this young man, he might falter. Oh, he missed out. Definitely missed out. He could have punched the ball through extra cover rather than slogging the ball towards onside.
And that is not Shea Hope's game. He's not really one you would consider a power hitter. He's a more timer of the cricket ball, and he can score pretty quickly playing his normal way. Soon as he starts to look to be a power hitter, he loses his shape and is not as effective.
He should stick to his strengths. Slashed at it in the air. Ball safely.
I don't think that this is the way the Shea should be batting. He's not going to be effective that way. But the pressure is taking a toll. And sometimes when you're under pressure, you tend to do things.
The EFL Sky Bet Championship all season long on the home of champions.
All the heat from the KFC Big Bash League is on your home of champions. It's all on the line for the final on Saturday, February 4. Watch it on SportsMax. All the heat from the KFC Big Bash League is on your home of champions. It's all on the line for the final on Saturday, February 4. Watch it on SportsMax.
The EFL Sky Bet Championship all season long on the home of champions.
Agent, what a catch! What a catch from Kusal Mendes. Everything going for Sri Lanka. And it's skipper Hardik Pandya on his way back.
Didn't seem to be any slowing down in terms of taking stock and building partnerships on this particular ground. You saw that at the back end, scoring at 15 plus is not too difficult if that's what you need to get. But the risk taking has been very high. The bowling has been of top quality.
He can't stop smiling, Brad.
He was playing just fantastic basketball.
Wow. An ear-to-ear grin on that line, and there it is. Wow. You don't need to contain yourself, young man. You earned every bit of it here tonight. What a victory. What a performance.
He's not timing the ball well. The reason for that is looking to hit the ball very hard. Missed out once again. She hopes it's 47 for 2. Last 2 overs have seen run rate plummeting, and that's why these 2 batsmen, they have to react. They need to find a big over here.
Well, more than one big over. Now we have the experience Imad back in the attack with the boys left armers. Another clever bowler.
Yeah, clever change, clever. The captain realizing boundaries were not found in the previous couple of overs, and he has introduced Imad Wasim, who bowls miserly, but this time around, timing was great. Have a look at that stroke. That's what you've been alluding to.
That's exactly what I was talking about. That is Shehope at his best. Look at that, all timing. He's more effective playing that way as opposed to try hit the ball too hard. Look at that. That was superb. Good use of the feet. Good placement. Superb timing. That's Shehope at his best.
Yeah, one of the best strokes we have seen today. Again, use the feet. And it's a 6. Excellent batting from Shehope.
That is Shehope. Now, he went for the bound at 6, which was good, but it wasn't all power. Just enough time to get over the ropes, and that is Shehope. Good use of the feet again, got to the pitch, and hit it for 6. That is what he has to do.
And he used his wrists on that occasion. Yeah, this is good. Misfield allowed the batsman to come back for the second. That was ordinary.
Very sloppy indeed. The single was already on. You're not going to inflict a run out. So take your time and collect. Look at that. Went one-handed as well. Sloppy.
Yeah, they have to turn this over in something substantial. 13 already. Another boundary here. We'll see the run rate coming down to 10.
Bowling.
Pushing.
Easy, Shankar.
Pushing for 2.
Lovely, easy.
Wasn't there. Wisely sent back.
This turned out to be a good over for the Khulna Tigers. They needed this, and they also need a few more.
Hit the ball really hard, but straight to the fielder. Good over for Khulna. 15 off that over. It's 62 for 2 after 8.
Despite the fall of Tamim Iqbal and Andy Balverni's wicket, Khulna Tigers are making a fist of it. J-Hope, 22 of 18, Mahmudul, 14 of 13, have just formed a partnership of 42. Just slapped it away. This is a superb looking shot from J-Hope, with effort from Rajaur, and immediately pouncing on that one.
Yeah, if he keeps on playing these similar kind of shots, then they can really make a match out of this one. It's a slow delivery, it's a wide delivery, but you still have to put it away. It's a cracking shot. Look at that power.
When Trey Hope was brought in to the team, there was expectation because he's excelled in the international arena. Now is his time to prove his worth. Almost got an inside edge, could have gone anywhere. Ended up being a streaky single. Khulna still needing 126 runs of 70 balls. It's just ticked over the 10.8 mark, the required run rate.
Yeah, it's a good comeback delivery. It's a Yorker. Gets an inside edge. It was not on stumps. He could have easily dragged it on to the stumps. A good comeback from Raja Raman Raja.
What a sight. Lovely, that drone up from the side of those that big stands to our right, and grassy banks. Little shuffle, has to scurry back into position to get behind the line of that ball. So after the loose delivery first up, Rajar has done well in containing the batters.
They need to also realize, Khulna, that this is a good surface to bat on. Partnership of 48 and 36 deliveries. Shea Hope has looked good for 27 of 20. That goes through. Just want to make sure, yep, no problems there. Mahmudul Hassan Joy, 15 of 14. And they can back themselves up to play some gorgeous looking shot, just like this picture on your screen right now. Have a look at that. That's a stunning shot.
Got a hold of that one, short, and that big strike really tells you that when there's Shea, there's hope.
Yeah, with that 6-50 partnership, it's again a slow delivery, and he was anticipating that. What a shot that is. He says, thank you very much. That is a brute of a shot from Shai Hope.
Been a mixed bag this over. First ball, a boundary, couple of good deliveries to come back, and then one long hop to put away. Goes again, another short one, and this time he's found the fielder. Just couldn't latch on, so Reza Rahman Raja has the last laugh, induces him into a big one, and he holds out.
Yeah, he'll be very, very disappointed. Not the Sylhet Strikers fans. They're already dancing in the stands. It was again slow, it was again short, but did not get the elevation. And it's a very well judged catch in the deep. He knows it. He knows it that he had an opportunity to put that away for another maximum. But he has to go. He goes for 33 of just 22 deliveries. And Premier Bank Khulna Tigers are at 74 for 3. He wants the batter to stay back. If I can understand what they're trying to say, yes. So maybe just have a little bit of look. The catch in the deep was excellent, I thought. Well in control. What about the no ball? Oh, he's fine. He's absolutely fine. There's no problem whatsoever. Gone. Good comeback from Reza Rahman Raja after being hit for a 6 and a 4 in this over. Comes back strongly, and it is the strategic timeout.
If you want to keep dreaming about Europe, there are some games you just have to win. This Villarreal versus Rayo Vallecano La Liga clash is on Monday at 3 p.m. 4 for the Eastern Caribbean on SportsMax 2.
Hi, I'm Samuel Chukwueze. Watch the Liga on SportsMax.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
All the heat from the KFC Big Bash League is on your home of champions. It's all on the line for the final on Saturday, February 4. Watch it on SportsMax.
Rezar holds the last delivery, an appeal, possibly an inside edge onto the pads. And I don't think they're going to even bother about a review. 9 overs done, 74 for 3. 74 for 3. Now from here, Khulna need to just throw caution to the wind. Cannot afford to die wandering because look at this wicket. I think it's just the height he was not quite sure of. J-Hope trying to roll his wrist a little bit. Maybe in 2 minds as to whether to go full hog and over the top. In 2 minds in the process, holding out. Wonderful catch taken by Burl. Not easy to take catches in the deep when they're coming through the mist, the fog, to gauge their direction and their trajectory.
Well, Azam Khan is the new batter. He's got 100, and that came in this Ispahani BPL T20 2023, powered by Minister in association with Nogod. Was match number 6 when he blasted his way to an unbeaten 109 in just 58 deliveries, 9 4s and 8 6s. Since then, he hasn't found form with the bat. Is this his night tonight?
Well, he badly needs to replicate that form or that runs that he got you're talking about. Another look at the wicket. Just was not in absolute control. Flourish of the bat, not enough to take it past the diving. Ryan Burl did very well. Yeah, it was difficult. There's the setup error, but you did a good job.
Apart from that, he's got a couple of double scores, double figure scores. 18 in his first match. Well done. 15 not out against Chattogram, 34 against Rangpur. But he hasn't carried on, and that's the problem. If he carries on, then Khulna will certainly make a chase out of this one. What an effort.
Oh, that's brilliant. From the big man, the elderly statesman. It moves like a 20-year-old. Look at that. Absolutely top class. Mashrafa Murtuza. There you go. They love him. Not only here in Sylhet, all around the country. Such a great cricketer, such a great leader of men.
It's a very big total to chase, and if you don't pick up boundaries, if you don't score runs or rotate strike, the run rate will creep up. The required run rate has just gone above 11 now. They're going at a run rate of 7.86. It's now 11.32. So they need a boundary for here on, but will they take a chance? Because the Mahmudullah Sanjoy, who's now 16 of 15, hit that straight to the fielder, will pick up a single. And Azam Khan has just come on to bat, so it's not easy. It's not going to be easy. Knowing Mashrafi Murtaza will ensure that he'll apply more pressure, not just from one end, from both ends.
Mashrafi Murtaza bowls within himself. He's not the paciest, but he's got this knack of varying his lines and lengths, and also the pace. He hardly offers any to the batter. So you've got to basically manufacture the shot, and in doing so, you've got to do something out of the ordinary. Once again up in the air. Fielder trying to get underneath that one, just evading that over the head. Gets a couple of runs. Quite fortunate on that occasion. 10 overs done. 79 for 3. Ruble, one of the inclusions, the changes in the team, immediately pays off. 2 for 17 in his 2 overs. A wicket for Rizar. An impressive tight bowling. EPL T20. We love it here. Oh, didn't know very much about that. Lucky fell into no man's land. There's been so much support for the teams all around the country. And look at that. Enormous enthusiasm. And there will be a contender somewhere in the midst of that for the most enthusiastic BPL fan who's going to earn himself a signed bat by the player of the match. What a trophy to have. Really got everyone excited. Look at the eyes of that guy. It really looks very threatening. But it's good fun all around. The crowds have enjoyed themselves. There's been good cricket. There's been attacking shots. There's been good catches taken. Some good bowling. How long did it take them to prepare themselves? All painted up. Throws his bat at it. Gets the toe in. Only manages a single.
Yeah, remember the Sylhet strikers made 2 changes, and the wicket takers have been the 2 changes. 2 wickets for Ruble Hussain. He was the first one. And then Reza Rahman Raja also among the wickets. So he's got a really good sense of mind to ensure that the Mashrafi Murtaza picks up the right place for the right matches. He spoke about his captaincy, his leadership qualities, and to foresee the game. What can happen against someone like Premier Bank Khulna Tigers. So there has been a great move to bring in 2 seamers who have already picked up the 3 wickets that has fallen. So really good work from the team management and the skipper, Mashrafi Murtaza.
Just that line, just touching it, caught the eye of the umpire, and he realized that it was within the bounds of a proper delivery, and the batter, in spite of looking up inquiringly, does not get it wide.
Yeah, the length was good. Eyeing to bowl the Yorker, he got it right, but it was just a little bit wide.
Good when they try these wideish Yorkers. Sometimes they go wrong. If they can get it in that area, it's very difficult for the batter. He's moved across early and made room for himself and clouted that one into the fence there. He is a very, very capable big hitter, and that's proof of that.
Oh, he smashed that. It was in the slot for Azam Khan. And he picked that up very, very quickly and put that in handsome style. Yeah, he's a powerful, powerful lad, Azam Khan, and picks up his first 6 of the innings.
This team will be hoping that he can have many more of those. Raja will be under a bit of pressure, knowing that the batters are taking a few chances. It's no other option, seriously, because it's over in 11.5 runs per over now required. They've got to get a move on. Another shuffle across, but this time the bowler, oh dear, there's a chance of a run out. Oh, he hung on to that ball. The fielder, interestingly, did not throw it.
Yeah, he's been outstanding in the field. Zakir Hassan, have a look at this. To his left side, and he knew the non-striker was way down, but there was no backing up. But probably the bowler in front of the stumps, so he couldn't see the stumps also.
Wow, that thought process, extraordinary for a youngster. That realization there was no protection behind the stump, so he held on to the ball instead of trying to have a shy at it. Shows a lot of quality, a thinking, cricketing brain. Goes across, gets the pads now, directed. Oh, you'd have been out by miles. Very lucky, could not get it on target. And that is the end of the 11th. It's 8-6 for 3. Lots of prizes, big numbers down there for the runner-up. 1 crore tucker. Winner gets 2 crore tuckers, and a lot of prizes in between. A lot to look forward to in terms of money in this the Hispani BPL T20, powered by Minister in association with Nagod. Chance of a run out here. This went down the wicket. Was a pickup, and he just gave up. Simple matter.
Yeah, he's taken some stunning catches. If they hit the stumps, they would have been in contention, because there is a prize for the best fielder of the tournament. He was not happy. He thought there was a single available, Azam Khan. But definitely, he is a legend, Mashrafi Murtaza.
Things getting more and more difficult for the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers. 107, Mashrafi Murtaza into his third, just 11 runs. It's been so good. He's making sure that he's got everyone in place. 5 outside the 30-yard circle. Shuffle across. You need to manufacture the shots. You need to really hit them very hard, because he ain't going to offer you any pace at all.
We've already seen Azam Khan picking up a 6, and Mahmudul Hassan Joy has picked up 2 boundaries, 2 fours. But if you look at their strike rate at the 100, the 19 runs of 19 deliveries, now what? Well, he looks to be in some sort of a problem there, holding on to his knee. Looks like he's going to go off, because he's handed the ball to the umpire.
Very unfortunate. We know over the years he's had knee problems, various operations on his knee during his playing days, and somehow that little bit of effort in the last delivery might have just done some harm. He felt a little bit of pain, and I think it is a wise option to just go off and go for some treatment so as not to aggravate the injury.
Yeah, he's only bowled 1 ball, Shamim. I'm just wondering if in that previous over, his previous over, he went for a dive and looked very athletic, really energetic to stop that, and maybe when he hurt his knee. But he's certainly not comfortable, and he's decided to walk off.
And I think they changed the ball while that was going on. So Mashrafi Murtaza going out to a round of applause from the wonderful supporters here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. Assume Mushfiqur Rahim behind the wickets is going to take over the mantle now, and Tisara Pereira is going to come and complete the over. Just a single delivery bowled. Appreciation from the owners for the captain. Now Mushfiqur Rahim would be marshalling the troops, taking over. Got underneath that one. What a strike that is. A brilliant shot, and that is what to be expected from the bat of Azam Khan.
Don't leave your seats here as of now, because Azam Khan has played a beauty there. Have a look at this shot. Stand and deliver, just making room. And he's hit that over the fielder at long off. What a shot that is.
Well, Tisara Pereira, if you bowl like that, you're definitely going to be punished. Again short. This time catcher is the call. He's going to be just wide of the fielder there. Also dropping short. Didn't go through with the shot. Tisara bowling at around the 120-22 mark. A little surprised, and the shortness of length allowing the batters to try and hit it over the top.
Yeah, he's already made 100 in this competition, Azam Khan, that he knows that he's done it before. Tisara Pereira from the Ispahani end.
A little shuffle, and that's blasted away. There is protection though in the deep at cover point.
Azam Khan is such a good timer of the cricket ball. There will be fielders at the boundary, 2 on the offside at long off and deep cover point. There are 3 on the onside. Long on, deep mid wicket and deep square leg.
Kane backing away, and this time the ball's going to race away to the boundary. That is terrific placement. Just waited long enough to thrush it backward of point.
Now this will raise hope in the dressing room for Premier Bank Khulna Tigers. That is a terrific hit. It was short, it was wide, and he cut it nicely. Get on top of it and place it to perfection. It's turning out to be a really good over. He's bowled 4 deliveries in this over and he's gone for 12.
Short again, this time chucked it away, playing into the hands of Azam Khan. It's Tisera Pereira, and it's turned out to be a massive over with the bat. 17 from it. It's 103 for 3.
Expensive over, the last one, the worms coinciding, and exactly at this stage the Sylhet strikers were at 100 for 1. So the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers are actually 3 runs ahead, but they've lost 2 more wickets. I think the game is still on. Good evening, Roshan Abesinghe.
Good evening, very good evening indeed to you. It's 103 for 3, Shumnoi. Don't forget that there are 2 reasonably set batters. This is the last ball of the last over. Very well played, just waited for it, used the pace. Oh, should be taken in the deep, I think. It is. They've got a wicket off the first ball. And that's Mohammad Amir. That's what they needed, the Sylhet strikers. And Amir's first delivery has provided for it.
Yes, Mohammad Amir is the 50th wicket for Mohammad Amir in BPL. First delivery of the over was looking for the boundary to ease the pressure. Was Mahmudullah Sanjoy and loses the wicket. He gets the breakthrough. The 4th one falls and he's gone for 20 of 21. 103 for 4, Khulna Tigers. The captain walks in, Yasser Ali Chaudhary Rabbi, Premier Bank Khulna Tigers. Well, yes, they need a knock from him. Strike rate of 125. Off the mark. Opens the face of the bat. Did not need to lose this wicket at this moment.
Well, they had to make sure that the run rate is at least been kept abreast. Didn't time it, pace off the ball that time. He was looking to go over the top, looking for some elevation. Khulna will have to now, that run rate creeping up, it's getting close to 12. They just can't let that get out of hand. They need an over or 2 that's good, just to try and keep it under control. A bit of bounce, bit of pace.
Yeah, the Sylhet strikers had actually taken 114 runs of the last 10 overs. It's because they had 9 wickets in hand. and the youngsters were firing. He was on his way. Mahmudul Hasan Joy as well. Perhaps just maybe take a single or two, as Azam Khan had hit a few boundaries, but then again the required run rate is above 11, so he had to take a chance. Nicely timed, only to find the fielder.
I think Sylhet is doing this over very well, because the last over from Tishara Pera went for plenty. Now what Amir has done is he's pulled it back. He's brought some control. I was just talking about the quickest in the BPL. Mohammad Amir is right up there in 35 games. Hemon Cooper has got it in 30. When Bravo 34. Might have freed him, Mohammad Amir. Joined 35. That's top company to be for Mohammad Amir. Goes over the top. That's 4. That's a vacant area. That's a welcome boundary. They need at least a boundary every over.
Seems like a man on a mission, does Azam Khan. Just a bit short, and he was quick to latch onto it. Well played.
The key was he read the bowler. It was bowled into the pitch. It was slow off the track. He had time. So instead of going on with the shot, he held it, he waited for it, and then picked his spot. That's clever batting.
Caught again. Nicely placed. What a shot. Very well played. Smart batting yet again. 4 to end the over. After 13, Khulna Tigers 1-1-4 for 4. A strong total put up by the Sylhet strikers, 192, and in return the 33s, one of them in the dugout, one of them in the crease, fighting for the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers. Still have 7 overs remaining, 79 to chase. They did put up a fight against the Kumilla Victorians in this ground, did go down the wire. Well bowled, kept low.
He's firing the ball in. That was fired in. And Azam Khan was very good in that last over of Mohammad Amir. This was that last delivery. Just waited for it again. Just pedalled it around. Bowled. He's just bending it back into the right hander at pace. He's just looking to seam it back into the right hander. But Wasim is not an easy customer when he bowls that length with that angle.
Pushes it through the air, makes it hard for the batter, doesn't allow any time. Azam Khan having a good look around the field, looking for the gaps, eyeing the gaps, perhaps try to use the pace of the bowler. Oh, got him! Cleaned him up!
So that's the danger of trying to go inside out against somebody who looks to bring the ball back into the right hander. Imad Wasim is very good with that angle from round the wicket. Azam Khan was looking to go over extra cover, looking to pick his gap over extra cover. Look at the seam position. In fact, that went straight through it, but it stayed down. It already moved, it stayed down. I thought that was the reason, but a huge scalp. He goes for 33, it's 115 for 5.
change made by the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers. He's in. We've seen the 2 changes for the Sylhet strikers. Make their impact with the ball in hand. Can Mark Dayal do it with the bat in hand?
We'll take another look. That delivery went straight through but stayed down. That was the problem. It stayed really down. Azam Khan played over it. He was done by that low bounce. But that run rate now is over 12 runs and over. By no means beyond the batters, but what Khulna Tigers have to be careful of are wicket.
They've already lost 5. Again, the ball keeping low. And almost throughout this over is bowled at above 100 kilometers per hour. At a decent pace for a spinner.
I honestly don't think when he bowls like this he can be called a spinner because he's using the seam a lot. A good dot ball. Good dot ball. It's a brilliant over. Absolutely fantastic over by Ahmad Wasim. What are they asking for? I think, okay, they're looking for a run out. So anyway, that was the last ball of the over.
Been a very tidy over, just 2 of it, and a wicket as well. Do they have another one? He seems to be safe. Planted his bat in, well in as well. That should be it. Confirmation not out. Khulna Tigers 116 for 5. In the air, does it? Yes, it does fall safe. Thankfully for Mark Dayal, back for a couple.
They're not in control. He was aiming again to go over mid-wicket. Elevation just didn't get the distance. Very, very lucky. Great effort by the fielder running back, Tawheed. No chance of a catch, but they need boundaries of deliveries like that. Every possible delivery. That was a short one with mid-wicket open. Now there is a fielder being placed there. Boundaries are imperative for Khulna Tigers. Premier Bank Khulna Tigers, they need to have boundaries. They need to make sure that they don't let this run rate get out of hand.
Oh, got him! Another one! Ruble Hussain, hasn't he had an impact in this match? He comes in as one of the changes. He's taken 2 before this, and this time he's bowled him.
Well, that celebration of Ruble Hussain confirms that he's got his 100th wicket in the BPL. Look at the celebration. Dragged it from outside the off stump. He was looking to thrash it away on the onside. Look at the celebration. Look at that celebration. He knows his numbers.
Very well. 1-0-0. He's the victim. Goes for 3. Khulna Tigers 118 for 6. Saifuddin, the new man in. Well bowled. Dragged it away from the left-handed batter.
And the lack of bounce. And those are his numbers. 3 for 19 into his third over. This is his wicket number 100. Look to swing it away on the onside of a bottom edge. And he is happy. He's got his 100th wicket in the BPL. And he gets the hug. Big moment. India's single. That ball just rushing him a bit.
Yeah, the Premier ranked Khulna Tigers against Khulna Victorians. They're chasing. These are the 3 wickets. We'll get back to that. Flicked. And it was a brilliant catch by Zakir Hassan in the deep. This was beaten for pace and bounce. Got the pricey wicket of Tamim Iqbal and then Mark Dayal. And he writes it on the wall. 1-0-0. Looking for a couple. Denied. But just going back to that, they were chasing 165. It was Yasir Ali Rabbi, the lone warrior at the end, required 6 of the last delivery. He's in the crease with just 4 wickets in hand.
Well, that's history, I think, as far as he's concerned. He needs to look at the present. It's another day, it's another task. 73 of 31 is not easy when you don't have wickets in hand. Saifuddin would be considered more as a bowling all-rounder. Yasir Ali needs support at the other end. Slams it over mid-off for 4. That's a good way to end the over. They've got 8 runs off it. 5 to go. They're 124 for 6.
Most wickets, Ruble Hussain there, right behind Shakib Al Hasan. Shakib Al Hasan tops the list in BPL with 126 wickets. Mashrafi Mortaza right there, 3 wickets behind Ruble Hussain. Followed by Taskin Ahmed. Punched it. Saifuddin boundary to end the last over. Raja Rahman Raja got back into the attack in the Ispahani end to finish off his quota of 4 overs.
Sylhet needs to find 5 overs. Now he's got 1 over left. Amir's got 2. Ruble's got 1. That's 4. I think they need an over from Thisara Pereira. This is very high. This is very high. The bowler's getting underneath it. And he takes it very safely. Excellent piece of work. He judged it well. He was cool as a cucumber. Very good catch. Not easy, I'll tell you, when they are as high as that.
As high as that and under the lights. And they're on a different high, aren't they? The Sylhet Strikers fans. Top edge, he just skied it. Called for it himself, Raja Rahman Raja. Went for it himself. And taken a very, very good catch. The skipper departs for 4. Premier Bank Khulna Tigers 124 for 7. And there's confirmation. Strategic timeout.
All the heat from the KFC Big Bash League is on your home of champions. It's all on the line for the final on Saturday, February 4. Watch it on SportsMax.
Join the growing number of scene subscribers and keep in touch with everything from the Caribbean, including the ISA schoolboy football season, exclusive from Jamaica. Call your cable operator and ask for Scene TV via Optimum in the Northeast US market and Bell & Rogers in Canada, or come straight to the source at www.scene.tv and pay $4.99 a month. Be at home away from home. Subscribe today.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions. The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions.
An easy catch, I'll tell you. He made it look easy because it went very high, really high. He had to get underneath it. He did. First things first, he made sure that he let everyone else know that it was his catch. And look at him keeping his eyes on the ball. Oh, it was close, but he still made sure that he held on to it. It was a good catch, I'll tell you. It's not an easy catch because it went so high.
Well, if anyone can give Sylhet strikers a run for their money from here, it has to be Saifuddin. It has to be Mohammad Saifuddin. And I think he's going to try and take him on.
He has to. There is no purpose in trying to hang around there. 68 or 28. He's fast slipping away from them. Followed him. That's good bowling. Yeah, at this stage, the strikers would love those singles and twos as long as there are no boundaries coming. The asking rate is 15 runs, so anything under that, 8-9 runs and over, won't hurt Sylhet at all.
Absolutely. And the pressure of the required rate, the scoreboard pressure, prompt the Khulna Tiger batters, as it has already, to try something out of the ordinary, and in the process might just end up losing wickets and back up. And making room for himself. Just a single.
Keep an eye on that required run rate. It will start to climb at the moment. 15.11. With that single, it goes up to 15.46. This is the time that the required run rate keeps to. It virtually gallops along. And that's the point where the batting side struggles to keep abreast with that required run rate. And it's just adding insult to injury because they've lost wickets too. They don't have the batters to take on the bowling. So it just makes it even more compounded.
Shows the difference with having wickets in hand. That's what the Sylhet strikers had, and the importance of partnerships. 114-run partnership between Tawhid Ridoy and Zakir Hassan. Going for a quick single. That certainly made the difference. And the fact that they had wickets in hand, they got a quick fire from Ryan Burl and Thisara Pereira at the end. 30 of just 10. Basics.
This is what you're talking about, because Tawheed made 74 of 49. Zakir Hassan was very good. Instead of Pereira and Pearl, and then look at the partnership. Look at how quickly they've done it. Tawheed and Zakir, 114 of 71. The opening partnership was a bit slow, but look at the follow-up. The last 30 of just 10. Real acceleration.
Only because they had wickets in hand. Going for a big heave, quick single. Will get it. That's the over. After 16, Khulna 128 for 7.
For 7, 65 of just 4 overs. This is going to take some doing. If they do, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Here comes Amir now. As it is to score at 16 and over, but when you've got Mohammed Amir standing at the end of his mark, close on to impossible. That's beautifully played. Oh, slip. A little slip in the outfield leads to a boundary.
Looks like he's hurt himself as well. He's still down. He really made the effort, but he slipped. Oh dear. And out comes the physio.
For a moment there, looks like he's hurt his groin. The physiotherapist has made his way onto the ground, a lengthy run from across the other side of the field, and he will take Rajor off the ground. So there will be a substitute fielder, but a boundary off the second ball. Nasty, that, isn't it? You're running across there. You're either wanting to slide, and it just looks as though his boot gets caught.
That's what I thought. Didn't look like his boot was caught into the surface. It does something with his hip. See right there. See, boot stuck into the surface. But that was the problem.
That's often what we see that leads to injuries. We see fielders try and slide, or they dive in with their knee first, and the knee sticks in the ground, and they end up doing a bit of a roly-poly, but their knee gets knocked out of joint, and it's a horrible injury. This one, a boot gets stuck in the ground, and you can do a knee or a groin or a hip. Those are the real dangers. It's a skill in itself to slide. Oh, that's a good hand.
Well, I don't know much about the sliding and diving stuff. A.G. Ackerman. I feel that third man and final leg mostly. If it gets past me, it's time to retrieve.
He sticks out a right paw here. Yeah, I must admit, if I'm a coach and a team needs 18 and over, I'm certainly saying to the fast bowlers, the last thing I want to see you doing is diving. If it's a tight game, I get it. But this could be the end of his tournament.
Couldn't agree more. They've got to minimize the risk of injuries.
Oh, brilliantly bowled. Brilliantly bowled. He's a high-class performer in these situations, Mohammad Amir. 17 done, 135 for 7. Past 1 local time tomorrow, match number 31. The Dhaka Dominators, who are struggling, they play against Shakib Al Hassan's mob, the Fortune Baruchel. And then the Miller Victorias, the reigning champions, led by Imral Case, take on the men in orange. The men in orange, who are trying desperately to score at 20 to the over here.
They barely get to 8 runs per over throughout the innings. So I don't know how they're going to score 20.
One positive situation here for the men in pink is that if they win today, they will be through to the playoffs. They'll be the first team through to the playoffs, and that is before we leave Sylhet. So that'll be a wonderful achievement for Mashrafi Mortaza's team.
Quite frankly, I can't see them losing from this position.
That's going up in a limb. It's all over.
You do like those words, don't you?
I do. I like it when you say that. That's not good news. Let's hope that he's okay, because the last thing that Rajul wants is an injury to his groin, and those take some treating. They take some time to come back. Oh, that's a blow. That's a good one. 4.
I take it is a case of too little too late, I'm afraid. Good blow by Saifuddin. One bounce into the fence, but he would need a lot more of those.
You spoke about groin injury, which Rajul might have inflicted upon himself. I want to ask you about another one that bowlers suffer from. Oh, we're going to have to get back to that, because the middle stump's just been blasted out the ground. Ruble has got 4.
Slow delivery, very cleverly disguised. Saifuddin had no answer. He picked it up initially and went for a mighty heave inside edge onto the stumps, and he's gone. Disappointment for Saifuddin. Jubilation for Ruble. He's gone for 13. Khulna Tigers in real trouble. 148, 141 for 8.
over point and 4. Well, that's how the new man greets you, Nasum.
And this is why Nasum is here. Sylhet went for that. Go start from Nasum, short and wide, and he cashed in.
This is going to take some catching. No, he was like a helicopter underneath that, Imad. And to make matters worse, it might have gone for 4.
I'm sure the umpires will check, just to be sure. Imad spinning around, twisting, turning, not sure what to do. No, he's done very well. Look at the commitment. That's safe. In the hands. That looks safe. In the hands. No, that looks safe.
Well, the real positive outcome of this is whether it's gone for 4 or not. Imad Wasim has dived, but he's got up again, so he's all right. And that is the most important thing. Come on, let's just reward the fielder, because this is a good effort. He'd got himself into an awful pickle when the ball was in the air, twisting and turning, as you rightly point out. But once he knew that he wasn't going to take the catch, he did everything he possibly could to prevent the boundary. It is off the final ball of the 18th over, and we're going to rock and roll it. Right, it's not a boundary. End of the 18th, 147 for 8. And they are ready to go. Mohamed Amir at the end of his mark. Well, we've been treated to a wonderful crowd here today in Sylhet, and that is the most enthusiastic fan of the match, and he will get a signed bat from the player of the match. There are certainly a couple of candidates, but I think young Toward must be pretty confident after his 70 off just 40 balls.
That is the last wicket to have fallen. Short delivery, try to hike it through the onside. Bottom edge onto the stumps. The rattle of timber, the death sound.
We were talking about that injury a little bit earlier. The other one bowlers suffer from is the side strain, isn't it? And that takes a long time.
It certainly does. I've never had it, but I've seen guys with side strain. It takes a long time to heal. Very painful. But this is the time, A.G. Ackerman, where I will have to say it's all over.
Oh, another good one. Taking no prisoners here, Mohamed Amir. There's bounces and slower balls. He's showing us his full repertoire. And the Sylhet strikers are just trying to keep 11 on the park, because people are getting hit and falling over and diving and twisting ankles. Form that they in, they don't want any more injuries.
Certainly not. They're flying high, and after this game they certainly will be in the 4 for the next round.
Here it is. That's 9 down now. Deserves another one, Mohamed Amir. He's such a skillful bowler.
And that's another death rattle. Mohamed Amir, the experienced campaigner. Not a slow delivery. Gave himself too much room. Missed it completely, and he's happy. Big smiles on his face. Mohamed Amir, the crowd, they're loving it. Their team is flying high. Naidul Islam is gone for 9. Khulna Tigers on the brink of another defeat. 149 for 9.
Slip in place. Oh, he went for the stumps, didn't he? He said, I'm hunting those stumps. And again, he's had a good evening, Mohamed Amir. This is his second one for the evening.
Another cleverly disguised slow delivery. Rattle into the leg stump. And he celebrates. Advanced down the track. Gave himself too much room. Naidul, and was cleaned up by the experienced Mohamed Amir.
He is desperate for another one. He's not going to get it. 19 gone, 151 for 9. Top of the charts, Mohamed Amir, where you expect him to be, where he's been so often. 13 wickets. He joins his countryman Wahab Riaz, who is no longer with us. He's had to go back to Pakistan, unfortunately. But this man will continue to entertain us with his wide variety of skills. Here's the Sri Lankan all-rounder Thassara Perera. Swing and a miss.
Starts with a slow delivery and a big heaves. Look at that, missed it, and that was inches away from the stumps, the top of the stumps.
And that's the one thing that this surface has done throughout the day, is it's had some inconsistent bounce, but that one bounces over the stumps. We've seen a couple keep low. Four fortunate runs.
Certainly won't help them. The Khulna Tigers. They're going to go down this evening to the high-flying Sylhet Riders. Swung with all his might.
Well, they've gone down swinging, haven't they? They haven't sort of just stuck around and tried to nudge it around to get themselves to 20 overs. They've swung for the boundaries. Now, as soon as 12 of 6, he's going to go again, leg side, isn't he? Don't run yourself out. Don't run yourself out. This one. So the Sylhet Strikers will be top of the pops here. They will be through to the playoffs, the first team through to those playoffs. They're a good side. They're a well-balanced side. He is a very experienced bowler, Imad Wasim. They got some good backup, Tom Moores, Colin Ackerman, and Ryan Burl, who's just joined them, has certainly contributed with the bat already. They haven't even needed him with the ball. Mohamed Amir with new ball, with old ball at the back end in the middle. He is sensational. Tawid.
Just be a single. You just start to wonder who can beat them when it comes to those playoffs. You know, the Fortune Barashal, who we'll see tomorrow, he's found some form. Mushfiq Rahim, the previous game. Zakir and Tawad, what about those two young batters?
The funny thing about this game is that you could be flying high all through the preliminaries, and when you get to the knockout stage, you slip up, and then all the hard work could have gone for nothing. It's possible.
Oh, how's that missed? That's missed absolutely everything. Yeah, you make such a good point. I mean, my country of birth did it often. Very good in group stages, get to knockouts of ICC events and fall at that hurdle. Final delivery. And again, the inside edge is found. This one evades Mushfiq Rahim and will run away for 4. 4 byes is given. 161 for 9 is what the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers end with. They well short by 31 runs. This is a champion team. The Sylhet Strikers win.
Congratulations all around. And they know that they're into the final 4. And look at the celebration. The fans are loving it. They've got a lot of support here. Of course, they are the home team. And it turned out to be a very good game, even though the Khulna Tigers fell short by 31 runs. It was certainly a good game, but 192 was a little bit too much for them in the end.
I think for the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers, we'll see them in action again tomorrow, but we'll be a little bit concerned. What do they do? Do we bat first? Do we bowl first? Every time we've chased, we've just ended a little bit short. Sometimes these teams that might not be as well balanced as the powerhouses that are the Sylhet Strikers or the Fortune Barashal might have to just bat first and say, you know what, we'll try and put something on the board and defend it. But when you've got to chase 190, your work is cut out from the very first delivery. You can't afford to get behind the run rate. And early on, the squeeze was on. They're a good side. They make it very difficult for you to beat them. Their biggest concern at the moment is not form, but injuries. The captain's hobbled off. Rajor, the fast bowler, he's hobbled off. Mushfiqur had a sore thigh, but I think that was just a fleshy. Handshakes all round. The matches have been played in wonderful spirit throughout the competition, and Sylhet has certainly delivered as far as the crowds. There have been some wonderful crowds here, but needing 193 for victory, the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers only managed 161. Contributions from Hope, Mamadul Hassan Joy and Azam, but they were just always behind the game. Just the one partnership to speak of, Mamadul and Shay Hope, 54 off 38. It just fell away towards the back end. $100 wickets for Ruble. Fantastic. Well done. And that man ended with 4 for 37. Yes, a little bit expensive, but the wickets column will make him sleep easy tonight. 4 for 37 in 4. The rest of them pretty miserly. Mortaza 0 for 12. 2.1 overs means that he walked off the ground. We wish him well. Imad Wazim, well, is he ever expensive? Economy rate of just 6. Right, let's go downstairs now and join Amir Sohail.
Yeah, I have Yasser Ali, the losing captain. Yasser, the results so far you have got are not reflecting well because you have a very talented side. What do you think is the reason?
Yeah, I think we have a very good side, we balanced team. But the thing is, the players we got, like myself and a few others, are not clicking at the moment when we need it. I think it may say it's a sheer bad luck because no one tries to play and get out.
You have a chance to qualify for the playoffs. What do you need from your side to better their performances?
Yeah, I think you see, we've been starting well. Like we have been there are 30s, 40s, but I think in this kind of matches, one should get big. I think that's the main thing because the wicket's good. I think if someone gets to 30, he should carry on and take the game deep.
And why don't you bat consistently up the order? You're enjoying good run of form, you're middling the ball. What is making you reluctant to promote yourself? It's
the team combination thing. So I think that's what I think. If I go number 6, our batting depth goes big. But the thing is, we've been losing wickets. Like if we lose wickets, we're losing wickets 2 in a successive over. So that's the main thing that we are not able to making big runs.
Use your form bat at number 3. Go well.
Thank you.
Bad luck. That's all.
193 is what they needed, the Premier Bank Khulna Tigers. And Andy Balbirnie and Tommy McBall walked to the crease. And Balbirnie looped this down to square leg, but a fantastic running catch from Zakir in the deep. And some deft touch from Tamim. That was absolutely murdered through cover. And then the bouncer. Kasara Pereira backpedaling. They were in early trouble. Good partnership here between Shai Hope and Mamadul Hassan Joy. Was over 50. Good footwork there from Mamadullah. That was a beauty as well from Shai Hope. Smeared through mid-wicket and well held by Pearl in the deep. Saw the end. Azam Khan, he's a strong man. He started the tournament well, but just hasn't quite clicked. I mean, what about that for a stroke over extra cover? They held on to all their catches, the Sylhet strikers. They really did. Whenever there was an opportunity presented, they nabbed it. Imad Wazim always in on the action. And then Ruble Hussain, searching for his 100th wicket. He did it, but he wasn't finished then. What about this for a catch from Rajour? My ball, he said. Everyone out the way. And he held on to that beautifully. At this stage, boundaries were needed, and not just 4s, 6s. Pace was varied, skills were shown, and Mohammad Amir got himself his second. Sent into bat, the Sylhet strikers, 192 for 4. Brilliant from the 2 young men, Tawad and Zakir. And in reply, the Khulna Tigers, they fall short, 161 for 9. The strikers win by 31 runs. And with that, they have qualified for the playoffs. The top 4 teams qualify for those playoffs. They're the first ones through. The Khulna Tigers, they still got a chance, but they got to start winning, and they got to start winning quickly. Right, we're off to a break. When we come back, we're going to have that post-match presentation.